Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the one and the only Rumboyz After Dark. Happy Friday night, ladies and gentlemen. The bar is officially open. Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're at that 2600. Congrats, big ups. We enjoy it, but we want to hit that 3K. We want to keep going. Take Rumboyz to the moon. Share our content with all your friends. Spike that like button as well. Let's go ahead and get into the show. Make sure you guys divulge in the live chat. Talk it up amongst yourselves, amongst each other. Ask the panel questions. Let's go ahead and bring up first up our DFS analyst, Jordan Benet.
What's good, Robbie? I'm so excited for this season. Let's win some people some fucking money. But the Packers, let's see what we might be playing Saints defense week 1. Let's just say that.
Yeah, hey, we about to get it. We're gonna be talking about both those teams later in the show. So, oh shit, like don't do too much now. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, he is a writer for Fantasy Six Pack. You can catch him on the SportsMe app. Pangs Picks.
What's up, guys? Nice to be here again.
What is good? I like that underdog shirt, man. Way to rep. If that doesn't say that you're all about fantasy football, like, I don't know what does.
I don't know.
Hey, man, they take care of me with this shirt. I had to put a couple grand into it, but I got there.
Big ups. Ladies and gentlemen, for the love of Sundays, John FTLS.
Woo! What's going on, Robbie? How you doing? First of all, I want to start off by saying I apologize. In the FTLS culture, right? Like last time I was on the show, I dipped. I had a little family emergency. I had to get out of town real quick. That's a one-shot penalty when you ghost on somebody like that. So I got a little Babincourt rum. Just for the culture, right? For the Rumboyz culture. I had to get a nice rum out, and I got to take a one-shot penalty. For the last time I was on, I apologize for that. I had to dip out real quick without saying goodbye.
Hey, all good. Family first. Just take it straight to the head. Take it to the head. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is a graphic designer. Make sure that you guys check out his work on Twitter at Z2Fantasy and also with the Real Deal Fantasy HQ. My homie, Toby Z.
Had to bring the cutoff back,
I love
It's
it.
gonna stay. It's gonna stay.
And now because of the cutoff, I'm bringing your best friend right next to you, ladies and
Don't
gentlemen. He's a writer at Going For Two, and he cannot stand Toby's cutoff shirts. Drop the mic, FS.
What is going on?
Let's go, baby. Let's go, Mike.
Let's go.
It is Friday night, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a good time, right? Let's have
It
some fun.
is. We do have one more panelist to bring up for you guys. Also, Hertz will be joining later in the show. Ladies and gentlemen, representing the not analytics crew, but he's very much an analytical dude. Andrew Hayslip.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Glad to be here. I also can't stand Toby's cutoff, therefore I have a collar on. Kind of.
I classed it up a little too. I classed it up. I was like, I'm going on the Rumboyz. I got to look rummish. I'm like, I gotta represent, you know.
Yeah, and I got to shout out my wife, who, by nature of not being here, allowed me by being not at home, allowed me to be here. She took off to Cabo for the week without me for a girls trip. So shout out to her. I'm a little jealous, but her absence allowed me to be here. So who's the real winner here?
You
and us. Actually,
totally
the listeners are the lucky ones here. We get your presence. This is great.
And it is a pleasure to be in all of you fellas' presence. FF Kobe. No, you're not watching NFL Red Zone, but Sundays, 7 hours of commercial-free play-by-play action by your boy. We're going to be bringing in some guests this year, actually. NFL Rum Zone, it goes down 11 Mountain Time, 1 p.m. Eastern. So y'all make sure y'all get up with that. Is this the ARMS episode? Oh, my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, fellas, let's go ahead. We got to do it Rumboyz style. Yo, cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the rum boys and girls, what it do, dilly dilly. Where's that strange guy that does the SportsMe ad read? Waiting on him, bro. Waiting on him.
Where is that guy?
Where is that
Where's
guy?
that
I don't
guy?
know
Where is that guy?
Yeah. Emphasis on strange, definitely.
Hey, that one of the best people in the damn industry.
Best
Like
cat.
honestly,
Best cats out there.
honestly.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, really quick, I do want to remind you about our sponsor, monkeyknifefight.com. If you are into prop fantasy action, daily legal fantasy prop action, get on over to monkeyknifefight.com. I am matching every single new user's deposit that uses my promo code. I'm matching that thing up to $50. Let's go.
Wow.
You put
Come
in 50,
on. That's a
I'm matching
no-brainer.
50.
It's
Exactly.
a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer.
Like,
if you're gonna bet, because you're gonna bet anyway, right? Like, be honest. Be honest with yourself. You're gonna try Monkey Knife Fight at least once, and trying it for $50 is not a big deal. And I'm gonna match that 50, so I get $100 to spend. Like, sure, I'll do that. Like, let's go. That's no brainer to me. No brainer.
No brainer. Let's go. monkeyknifefight.com. The season's just right around the corner. Also, I do want to remind everyone about our other sponsor. Actually, this is like my app. I work for SportsMe. We're doing some amazing things over there. We're about to be getting some giveaways going, autographed merch, for y'all winning battles. All the points and stuff that you guys have been, building up and winning, it's finally starting to happen. Make sure you guys download SportsMe. This is a great app for you to ask your fantasy football questions, get start sit advice, and get face to face with the experts. And who knows, you may even piss off Ryan Hollins once or twice. Not every day.
That shit was wild.
That shit was wild, bro.
Yeah.
Ryan. We won't talk about that yet. But so make sure you download the SportsMe app, interact with athletes, analysts, so on and so forth. We have our Streamlabs bot dropping a download link every 5 minutes in the chat for y'all. Let's go ahead, dive into the show. Y'all ready to talk some sports?
Of course.
I feel like we all need to take another.
Always.
We need another sip first. Everyone drink.
All right.
Dilly.
Dilly is right. Holy.
Wait, no one finished theirs on the first one?
I'm going. Oh boy.
This guy.
I'm going
So
rum. I'm going heavy rum. I went all rum tonight. I went out for happy hour, had some rum. I'm having rum now. I'm like, when I'm on rad, I'm in the rum scene. Like, I drink it head to toe.
It's
I
still
love it.
too
I'm
early for
drinking
that.
beers.
It's 6
I'm drinking
o'clock
some
where I'm at.
beers. Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's tough. See, it's different.
It's
I'm East
6.
Coast, so it's like 9 o'clock for me. So this is like perfect rum time.
Michael Thomas will miss a portion of possibly the beginning of the season, just a portion of the season, right? Due to not getting the surgery on his fucked up ankle that he should have gotten months ago. Okay, so he delays the surgery. Now this puts fantasy managers in a position to where they got to maneuver. They have to steer their pirate ships. All right, what should the Pirates out there be doing, and what does this do to his stock? We start with Jordan.
So Michael Thomas, the first thing is they're saying he's basically going to be out for 4 weeks no matter what, and that's without a tweet or mess up in the rehab. That's with everything going smoothly. And if he's playing 12 games, say it's 12 games here, there's only been 12 receivers in NFL history to go over 1,000 yards in 12 games. This dude can't be drafted in the top 24 receivers. I think personally, I'll start considering him in wide receiver 25 to 30. Like, the ligaments in his foot, like, those things don't always heal right. Like, I'm not trusting it. I'm not trusting Michael Thomas unless I can get him as my wide receiver 3 when I have the RBs and the other receivers there.
Yeah. Hey, I'm loving the comment section already because they already know that we about to get into a lot of shit today.
Yeah.
Payne, give us your Michael Thomas take, bro.
So, underdog. Everyone knows I draft a ton about him. I wrote about him. I hate Michael Thomas, and this is just another Michael Thomas thing he would do. Like, think he's smarter than a doctor. I'm pretty sure the doctor was like, "You need to fix your ankle," and he was like, "Yeah, but I run on it, so I know better than you." So, like, I feel like that's just like what Michael Thomas did. He needed like a fifth opinion and figured out that you know what, this is a bad move. So, what does that spell for me, for Michael Thomas? Jordan Vanek over here hit it on the head, man. I'm not drafting him until he's my wide receiver 3 zone. I would probably reach on him because remember, if he's missing 4 games, Then they say 4 months in total, so you're looking at 4 to 8 games. I have him pegged at 4. I think he might come back a little bit after the bye week at week 6. Take him because he's a league winner, right? If you're in redraft, it's fine to risk it. You can plug and play, hope for the best. If you're in best ball and you're like me and you have a lot of exposure, sorry, try again next year. And then, but he could be a league winner. He's gonna fall down to around 4s, 5s. So I'm at 5'10" today. You pick him up, right? You pick him up and hope he comes back early because Michael Thomas is your 3rd and 4th receiver. You cannot tell me he's not a league winner. Simple as that.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, if the guy is going to drop an ADP and I'm going to be able to get him now, 8th, 9th round, round about where you're getting a guy like AB status, fuck it, why not? Why not roll
I
the
would
dice?
say this is about equivalent to when Tyreek Hill was supposed to miss the 2 to 4 weeks for his off the field issues.
Wow.
He was going around 5, round 6. He was missing around the same amount of time. But he took an injury. But if he would have came back and played, you're looking at a guy who will put up 1,000 yards in less than 13 games and get it done. So if you can get 13 games out of him, it's a win. Remember, 17-week season this year. So
does the quarterback worry you at all?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Okay, well, now we go into John's take, and really quick, I love Mafia. Bill's Mafia Rob up in the chat. He said the NFL has always been shitty on science. Example, CTE.
That's a good example. That's a solid example to cite. Listen, I think I'm lower, or we are lower in the FTLS on Michael Thomas in general. He's outside of our wide receiver ones ranked for the year. He's a wide receiver 13, so he's like just outside. So the fact that he's getting drafted, you're right. I would take him as a wide receiver 3. That's great. I get a couple round value on him. Awesome. I wasn't drafting him where he was anyway, so I'm kind of out on Michael Thomas to begin with. I'm more worried about the quarterback play, but that's me. So to me, it's a big question. You have to ask people. It's like, are you in or are you out on the quarterbacks? If you're in, then I get it. Then you're totally fine with Michael Thomas. Things are going to continue. He's going to get 185 targets and everything's going to be peachy. But to me, I think it's going to be a little different with the quarterback situation. So I don't know. I don't pencil that in anymore. I don't pencil in all these targets. I pencil in he's going to get peppered in between the 20s, but I don't know what's going to happen in the red zone. I have no idea anymore. So that to me is a little bit more interesting.
Fucking Scott. I love Scott already. Oh, shit. He's been fucking pussy pantsed out. Okay.
So that's where I feel on Michael Thomas. I like where he's at. You want to draft him. The comparison to Tyreek Hill when Tyreek Hill was going to miss 4 games is very good. I think that's exactly sort of how you should treat it. But if you believe in the quarterback play, and when he comes back, he should be a locked and loaded wide receiver 1. To me, he was a borderline wide receiver 1, high-end wide receiver 2, more realistically with the quarterbacks.
Okay. All right, Z2.
I think all these guys hit the nail on the head. And if you're drafting him over a wide receiver 3, then you're just trying to take a stab in the dark, or you're struggling to know that he's going to be out. But I'll reference the Warrior Bowl that I'm in right now. I had a chance to take him as like wide receiver 22, 23, and I still passed. And I'm still hoping he falls.
Smart.
But in that 25 wide receiver 25 to 30, I'm okay with taking him. But in that range, I think I'd still take like Tyler Lockett or whatever, because I know I'm getting those first weeks of Tyler Lockett where he usually is a badass, and then he'll fall off there at the end of the season. But I'm still on the edge of Tyler Lockett and him, but I still think I prefer Tyler Lockett. But yeah, wide receiver. If he's my wide receiver 3 or 4, then yeah, you're getting a value. But we saw him come back from that ankle injury, and he still did not produce. So it gives me some worrisome on how healthy he really is, even if he only misses 4 weeks. But at that value, I'd still take the shot. Yeah.
Yo, really quick. Well, on Lunch Hour with LQ, we ranked Michael Thomas wide receiver 8. And I'm pissed off hearing all of you guys, because I'm like, man, I should have fought significantly harder to drop this man. All right, drop the mic.
All right, so I want to bring up a comment that John brought up, and that is the quarterback situation. I didn't trust his quarterback situation one bit, even before the injury. Partly because I don't trust Sean Payton, because he loves Mr. Taysom Hill over here a lot more than a lot of people do. And I'm afraid that even though Jameis Winston should be the quarterback, that they're still going to play those stupid games and put Taysom in and not give Michael Thomas or, give the right quarterback the ball. And then the other thing with the whole Michael Thomas situation, I saw someone on Twitter, I don't remember who it was someone that had like a physical therapy or whatever degree, said that if any setback in this could turn into like December. And
gosh.
If that was to happen, I'm not saying it is, I'm just saying if that was to happen, obviously it's going to affect him more. But I'm afraid even if he comes back after what we think he's going to come back, Mr. Slant Boy is that foot is going to be a lot of pressure on slants. Is his foot going to be able to handle that? Personally, right now, I'm not taking him till around wide receiver 30.
Smart.
Damn. The Michael Thomas hate has gotten so real. Y'all are like Rumboyz After Dark. Let's choose violence. All right, Andrew.
Yeah, and it's not going to stop here either. I mean, So I was all in on Michael Thomas this year. The quarterback situation didn't scare me. I mean, look at in 7 games that he played last year. Like everyone likes to talk about how bad he was in 2020, and he definitely was. Like 1 touchdown, it was not pretty. But like he had a handful of games with Taysom Hill, still put up 438 yards in 7 games, which is a reasonable, respectable pace. It's not 2019, but like Mike said, Mike hit the nail on the head with the injury setback component, and that simply means that this could extend well into November. It could be worse. Like 4 months is the timetable that Rappaport spoke to today. But honestly, I'm looking here on another screen, and I got multiple articles that say a timetable uncertain, and there's a lot of risk, and I don't know what to think, and therefore I'm probably out at wherever his ADP is going to land. Because I'm looking here, I've got a list of kind of wide receiver ADP, and I'm looking in the mid range of the 20s, and you're seeing names like Deontay Johnson, Tyler Lockett, Kenny Galladay. I'd probably put all of those guys above Thomas, believe it or not. Then you get into your Odell Beckhams, your Jamar Chase. I'm probably putting those guys a little behind him, but that puts him squarely in the wide receiver 25 to 27 range for me.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey,
Damn, Michael Thomas, you have fallen from grace so fucking hard.
It's true.
That man has fallen from fantasy football grace.
I was joking about having to write an article about how he's underdrafted next year now. Just do it now.
Sure. Start it now. Start the article now. You could easily. That's an easy start to the article now. You got the first page. You got first half a page done.
There we go.
Can we get that article?
Disrespected. We just did it right here for you. How he's disrespected in the draft season. For sure.
No, he was just disrespected in the chat saying that Ortega-Whiteside's better.
Oy vey.
I thought it was Arcega.
Yo, I interviewed Ortega. Yo, Michael Thomas. Hold on, we got it. All right, it's time for Jordan's memes. Kids, violence is never the answer. Michael Thomas is still a wide receiver 1. Oh shit.
Did
you just make that?
That's
probably did. I will say though, when he has played even with Taysom Hill, he was averaging 90 yards. So his per game points are going to be amazing when he does return, and that's why you buy him. You buy him hoping that he takes off for you at the end, because no one gives a shit about anything till week 17, right? At this point, we only care about the championship, and that's what he's going to do.
Yo, really quick.
I so disagree, because I think coming out hot in redraft is such a big deal. It is so different when you're staring down the barrel of 1-3 or 0-4 versus 4-1.
Talk to Eli Manning about it. He's done it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. That's Eli. You want to talk about Hall of Fame Eli, then that's different. But it's just interesting it's a different mentality when you're going into that season. It's hard as a manager.
Are we treating, and everyone can pretty much, yes or no, all at the same time. Are we treating this New Orleans wide receiver room like we're treating the Detroit wide receiver room?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude! Give me Adam Troutman.
Yeah,
give me Adam Troutman all day.
Give me
they're basically built the same.
Give me Kamara.
they're built the same. Like you got this really stud, tight end, or a decent tight end, with some great hands, and then you got some guys in the backfield that can make it happen. These two teams are like fucking twins.
Well, Robbie, the difference is Sean Payton versus Anthony Lynn. Like,
yeah,
that where it gets the way.
That's where, exactly.
Here's a question: with the situation with the wide receivers,
better at this point.
Could the Saints, because they have both running backs, could they put Murray at the backfield and use Kamara out wide a little bit more?
Don't tweet that. I got drugged today for tweeting that.
Murray is also like 31.
Twitter
said, give me Adam Troutman.
Yeah. I tweeted. I said.
I think so. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, to answer his question, I tweeted today that everybody's moving up Troutman, Callaway, Smith, everybody. And I said, what about Latavius Murray? And nobody was having it. But I believe what Mike was saying.
No, I think it's completely reasonable because they're going to have to manufacture offense somehow.
Yes.
Interesting.
I mean, I thought Latavius Murray I thought Latavius Murray could have a role deeper in leagues, deeper in drafts, even without this injury, let alone with the injury.
Yeah.
Oh,
I agree.
You give me
so we're back to calling them the Aints. We're back to calling them the Aints.
Yeah.
Are we back to calling them the Aints?
Yes.
No.
I'm all for it.
I think their defense can help them out a lot.
Nah, they the Aints. To me, they the Aints. You got to prove it to me. This is a big prove it year for the Saints.
I mean, they do still have a really solid defense and a top 5 line. Like they'll manufacture productivity.
Maybe.
Yeah.
People said that about the Patriots last year too.
No one should have said that about the Patriots.
The only team they're trying to beat out in the
until
South
there was defensive opt-outs. Until the COVID defensive opt-outs, people could have said the same thing. The Patriots are going to live off the defense and just manufacture points with the offense with Cam Newton. And then they went, oh, okay, Cam Newton's arm is garbage. We can't even do anything.
Yeah, but we knew that already. We should have known that by then.
They didn't know. They took the chance. They didn't.
They paid him $1 million. So it's fine. they paid him like $1 million.
They paid him again too.
Yeah. Who is Scott Pike? I need to know who Scott Pike is because I am loving this dude in the chat. Like
I've never heard of him.
I need to know who this man is because he has got some zingers. He edits somebody in his damn comment. I don't even know if that person's in this motherfucking chat.
He called somebody else in the chat on blast. He just.
But I'm gonna say though, give it to Troutman. Sean Payton knows how to manufacture offenses. If anyone figures anything out, it's him. He's done it in the past. Kobe Fleener even was kind of relevant with him.
That's fair.
Jimmy Graham, he's made it with. Troutman, if he's the guy that they're keeping for some reason, then I just got to trust that Troutman's one of those guys. He won't be an 1,000-yard guy, but he might get like 700, 800 yards.
Bro, I disagree with this comment so much. Like, I'm looking at it, and I'm like, there's been Michael Thomas and Kamara, and Michael Thomas was hurt majority of last year. Why didn't all 11 defenders key on him last year when he was scoring 6 touchdowns against the Vikings?
Oh, I don't like that account.
They were worried about
that guy gets by a lot.
Alvin Kamara is such a special talent. It's not even funny.
It's
Here, I got a
play design. Like
I got a pop quiz question for you. This is for everybody. How many career 100-yard rushing games does Alvin Kamara have?
4.
Probably
0.
not many.
Shit.
A sandwich? He has a sandwich?
No, he's got 2. I heard that today and it was like, wow, that's a surprising number. Yeah. I mean, like obviously we know that like volume rushing stats aren't like his thing, but it was still a number that, given how often he's on the field, I'm surprised it didn't just kind of happen into happening more.
You just think it just
Scott has a point. Scott has a point, Jordan. Scott has a point.
That's fine. But Taysom Hill also was playing with Kamara without Michael Thomas.
No, now you lost it, Jordan. Now you lost it.
I mean, what I'm going to say is, like, running backs, it doesn't really matter for production for fantasy because, like, PPR is like rushing for quarterbacks. It's a cheat code for running backs because they're always open on a check down. And if you're getting a point out of the backfield, all you have to do is get 5 yards, and that's a 15-yard carry.
Mike Davis agrees with you.
How does Bills Mafia always find us? Like, are we like secretly popular, like up in Buffalo? Like, is there something?
Trump.
Exactly. I'm like, bro, didn't you lose, man? Why do you still have that account? Like,
Stop tweeting at us, Mr. Trump.
Exactly. Fuck. I'm not even gonna. I'm done.
Save it.
Next topic.
Next topic. Next topic, Robbie.
Next.
What do we got?
Cam Akers went down this week with the ruptured Achilles. I want to also add to this question and to this topic that Stafford also has never really had an upright running back. I mean, Peterson aside.
the Matthew curse.
Like, and then, yeah, like I'm gonna toss. That's why I'm tossing this in there. Like I'm fit. I'm giving y'all a fish right now. Never really has had a running back that's been upright. Should Rams fans be worried? Should the city of Los Angeles be worried? And then also, what's the impact of fantasy managers and how you guys are going to maneuver?
What do you want to start with, Rob?
It's Andrew. It's Andrew
my bad.
That was
No, my bad. Yeah, so I don't think it changes a whole lot from the passing game perspective. I think we expected Matthew Stafford to kind of provide that uptick in not only volume but efficiency, chunk plays, a lot of different ways in which he's going to. I am echoing. I hear somebody. But a lot of ways in which I think Matthew Stafford was going to help this offense with or without Cam Akers. So obviously Akers' injury devastating. Feel bad for the kid more than anything else. I'm personally not buying Darrell Henderson until I see what happens in this offense. I think that there's a real possibility that they bring in somebody, be it Adrian Peterson or a name that I really think is an interesting marriage of opportunity and skill set complement to Henderson is actually Le'Veon Bell. I think it's kind of I think he might be
I'm
cooked,
signing off.
but yeah, that's no, but I mean, like, if he's not cooked, which is a very distinct possibility, I think that he's at least a moderate possibility to complement Henderson well. But one stat I'll throw at you that I think is really kind of the driving force in my mind for this passing offense is Cooper Kupp had 5 receptions in all of 2020 that had more than 15 air yards. So, like, you immediately know that Matthew Stafford is going to bolster that. And, I mean, I think this passing offense is going to be fine, and that's with or without Akers.
Okay, I like it. All right. I mean, I disagree when you
yeah. Oh, it's spicy, but I mean,
this is a spicy show. Speaking of spice, everyone drink. I wish I should have fucking bought rum today.
Next time, Robbie. I
know.
We need Grizzly or Curiata or someone to sponsor the show to just deliver booze right to us. That's what we need.
Why did you? Nobody fucking send out a pitch until I already started typing up that email in my head.
I'm working on it. Meow. Right? Meow. I'm working on that word. I'm working on that.
I'm about to open up another tab. Hey, yeah. Mike, Cam Akers, should Los Angeles panic? Should the fans be worried? Fucking fantasy managers, what they need to do? Let's talk it up, bro.
All right, so I live out here in California, and the people 2 hours south of me should be more worried than fantasy owners because it's win now for the Rams. They got like a 2-year window with all the money they owe to different people, and I'm not saying they can't win without a running back or they can't win without Akers, but they got to do something. But in fantasy, I think we can do it because just like Andrew just said, it's all about the passing game. I think Higbee might get an uptick, and I know Higbee is an enigma in this show. I know some people hate him, some people love him, but I think he'll be okay. So I'm not too worried about Stafford right now.
Okay.
I do want to address one comment from our boy Scott in the chat. I do not think Le'Veon Bell has fantasy relevancy in any capacity. I think that it is an interesting NFL piece only. That is all.
No, shout out to the six. Shout out to Toronto. Fucking treat in the chat. Legend has it Darrell Henderson still stoned after that Rumboyz interview. No, that showed up to the interview, eyes red. And like when I looked at him and he looked at me, we had that moment. You know that y'all, anyone here that smokes weed knows, and anyone that inhales the vitamins, y'all know. Like when you look at another stoner in public, you'll be at the grocery store and like y'all just cross paths. Like you just look at each other. Their eyes are red. Your eyes are red, and you just know. And you're like, Funyuns, bro. Funyuns. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful,
It
beautiful
is.
thing.
The connection.
Ivan up in the chat. Hell yes, let's go. Let's go. Hey, Marty, you're fire, bro. You're fire. Our chat is fire. We love every single one of y'all. Z2, your take.
All right, I just want to start off my take with a moment of silence for LQ.
Oh shit. That was. Your boss is gonna be pissed.
I hope I have a job after this, but okay. That's enough of that.
Right.
No, my take, Daryl Henderson's ADP is going to get pushed up, and I'm not going to touch it. I feel bad for Akers because I was one of the few that was in on his ADP, and well, not one of the few. Most of the fantasy community loved him, but I feel bad for Akers. But Daryl Henderson is not a guy that I'm going to look at draft at his ADP, and a lot of people are going to come out and bolster Matthew Stafford and Bobby Trees and Cooper Kupp, but I don't think it changes much for them because they have a good defense, so they want that running game to be prevalent. And if Daryl Henderson can't deliver, then it's going to hurt Bobby Trees, Cooper Kupp, and Stafford a little bit because their offensive line did not get any better. So, but if Henderson falls to that 7th round, I'll look at him. But if his ADP gets up into the 4th or 5th turn, then I'm off.
Yeah, I'll say, I might take Henderson, dumb late. Like where exactly where he was. Never mind, I was fucked up. Exactly where he was before the Cam Akers injury is exactly where I'll take him again.
I mean, I would love to take him there. That'd be a great spot. That'd be awesome. Free, please.
Free? Yeah, for the free. Yo, John.
So it's interesting because I'm a little bit more of a believer in Daryl Henderson. I have him ranked higher. I have him ranked number 20 right now, right above Miles Sanders. So I believe in the kid. I think that Sean McVay is going to produce touches. We talked about good coaches make fantasy numbers. Daryl Henderson is a home run hitter. He's a threat. Even with 145 touches, he's a threat. So he's a speed slasher type guy, type build to me. I love him. I like him at his ADP. I'm totally taking him in the FTLS. I think we do a 0.5 PPR with a 2-year contract. And so to me, he's a great little piece right now where you can keep for a year, see what you got, and then get rid of. But for redraft, he's awesome. I mean, he's totally fine in his ADP. Dynasty, it's a scarier subject because you got Cam Akers looming in the backfield and coming back at some point. But for 2021, I think Daryl Henderson's locked and loaded.
I'm sorry, the message that I just got on Twitter and what I just read was like some shit that I wasn't ready for. I was like, whoa.
I hope it wasn't from LQ.
No, it wasn't. Let's just say I've gotten real close with a lot of fantasy analysts in the industry, and some shit it's just nasty, and I don't need to know.
All right. Moving on from that. Thank you.
Poop.
Good segue.
I'll just say
Davis.
poop. I'll just say poop, and that's it.
Good segue.
Anyways, Cam Akers was a guy I wasn't buying a ton of. Not because I don't believe in him, just because it's a huge jump to take a guy in the first round that only played a quarter of a season. So that was just my pushing for it. Does this hurt the Rams? Oh, hell yeah. Think about how the Rams and what they've done since 2016. They traded away every first-round pick and didn't keep the guys they traded for. None of them. I don't think Jared Goff's not even on the fucking team anymore. So now you have your first-round pick, Cam Akers, gone. Who's the second-rounder? You have their safety, Taylor Rapp, who's always injured. You got a bunch of guys who just aren't around. And then you're going to wonder why your team is going to fail in the next 2 or 3 years. And I think that's what the Rams are going to do. So this hurts. This hurts a lot more than I think people think because they're going to have to either pick up a player because Darrell Henderson isn't healthy. He hasn't played 2 full seasons yet. And if this is your window and you pick up someone off a waiver or you trade for someone's backup, you're not helping your team. So I think this team will fail if they don't do anything. I think if you're drafting Darrell Henderson right now, you're drafting him at an all-time high, and he should only be drafted as a flex running back
Yes.
This hurts the team a lot because they do use their run game. They got to the Super Bowl off a run game. They did it, and that's how they do it. This is how Sean McVay makes his money. Without
Did
the run
Drop the
game, this
Mic
team
just
is
drop a
loud.
SportsMe? Did he just do a SportsMe? Like
Probably.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I was like, that's a fucking SportsMe. Like those are sports.
But without it, they're going to be screwed. So expect a real trade. Expect something. If not, Matthew Stafford isn't enough to do it. He needs a run game. I think we've seen it over the years. What happens when they don't have a run game? He is good though, but they need it. They need
Stafford's pretty fucking good.
He is.
Stafford's pretty fucking good.
But he's not elite enough to play without a run game.
I mean, going into, I guess, like my take, like he's played without a run game his whole career. he's never had it.
He won.
I mean, he's never had a top 5 defense, and he's entering the Rams, which are going to give him leads. And I mean, with Sean McVay, I think the pressure's on him in a sense, where this is going to be the first time in his career he has someone with this arm talent. This is the best receiving core he's had since entering being the Rams offensive coordinator, philosophy wise. And we've seen, Kyle Shanahan adapt to different, weaponry, where in Atlanta, it was a Julio Jones show. Julio was getting 1,800 yards, 1,700 yards, comes over to the 49ers, goes to the Super Bowl, no Julio on that roster. I mean, Deebo Samuel is basically, the running game with Shanahan's always been there, and McVay is as well. I don't think they're going to make a trade because of their capital that they have. I think they're going to wait and see. No, I think they're going to wait and see what these teams do with their backfields. There's a lot of crowded backfields and a lot of guys that can come about. Where last year the Dolphins picked up Salvin Ahmed, threw him on the roster, and then all of a sudden he's getting 20 points in a week. The NFL, I've been kind of going towards it. I haven't really made a big post about it, but there's to me, there's 9 to 13 guys that can kind of go to scheme and be great. And then
that's fair.
There's just a bunch of athletes that are capable of being, if their coaching scheme is calling the right play, it's good. And with McVay, I've seen it enough, some of the play calling that he does and the way he can set things up. And now
it's just, yeah.
He might be able to play 2 safeties now because Stafford's going to push the ball downfield. And that's going to be the first time he's really, really had that type of quarterback. So I'm interested to see it. The Cam Akers news sucks. I've been a big Cam Akers fan this whole time.
Yeah, I've been a truther, yeah.
And, it's one thing. It's not only he, got hurt. It's this is a career-changing injury.
Yes.
I personally had 2 Achilles surgeries on both my Achilles. And the first, because I used to walk tippy-toe and everything, but it's not fun. I had to learn how to walk again. I had to learn how to, still to this day, it affects me. It's not fun.
See, I just know I've never had an Achilles injury. I just know from growing up being in martial arts and, kicking, and getting kicked back there. And the pain that brings. I remember running track, and you go and you get in the ice bath afterwards, and as soon as your feet hit, it's just the greatest damn feeling, ever. Just period. Same thing. With football, you get done with 2-a-days, and just to be able to finally be off of your feet. Just fucking feels good within itself, because you're wearing them damn cleats, running on cleats is completely different than running in regular shoes for anyone that's never played the damn game. Okay.
It's real stiff.
Yeah, it's fucking definitely stiff.
It fucking hurts. It hurts.
But I'm just going to point it out there, though, that the Detroit Lions have had a good defense in the past. And as good as Stafford is, he's not a carry. He's not that. He's elite. He's good. He's not that elite. And I think not having that run game is going to show. It's just going to. We saw the drop off.
He's never. AP was there.
Yeah, George Bell did okay. Well, that was funny, but hey, he had 1,000-something yard scrimmage. My point to being is that you need it. You could argue that he does it, but he's going to need it because that's the scheme that Sean runs. That's the kind of team they were trying to do from the get-go. If they weren't, they wouldn't have used their quote-unquote first-round pick from 2 years ago to grab a running back.
Yeah.
That's what they want to do. And I think we're overlooking that so hard because a drop-off from without Todd Gurley was way more significant than we actually look at. Todd Gurley's putting up basically 2,000-yard seasons, 15 touchdowns. He was the offense, and they were trying to replicate it. Not obviously not at that level, But if they believe they could have plugged in any running back, Cam Akers isn't drafted.
No,
Pang, where do you live? Pang, you're up in the Bay, right, Pang?
Yeah, I don't like the team up here either. So I'm a Dolphins fan. I wish I
No,
had a
what
running
I'm
game.
gonna say is, no, I'm just
Yeah.
waiting for you to tell me that Javid Best was the best running back he's ever had. That's what I'm waiting for you to
Big
say.
Best, holy fuck.
I think the best
Wow.
running back he ever had might have been Reggie Bush.
And the numbers say Drake Bell technically.
I mean,
Yeah.
So
like,
silly. You can't even say it without a straight face.
I mean, I had him that year.
But
He helped me
the
win the
la-
championship. I had Drake Bell that
That's
year.
awesome.
Yo,
Last
bro.
thing I want to say is actually something to do with what Jordan with Bannock just said, and that is I was born with a short Achilles on my right foot, and I've had 3 surgeries, and twice they completely ruptured. They completely snipped it right in half, ruptured it on purpose to stretch it out, so I didn't have to walk with a tippy toe.
Yeah.
I was 14. I was 15 the last time I had one, and I'll tell you this: it hurt like a mofo, and that's
Whoa.
with a straight leg cast all the way up to my groin. No, thank you.
yeah, no,
I don't want to skip over the comment though, but the guy did say that Stafford wasn't on the team when they drafted Akers, and true. But they also
Yeah,
paid
very
Jared
true.
Goff the same time too, thinking that he was going to be the franchise. So they thought at some
Yeah.
point he was good enough to be the guy.
Well, I mean, I'll say this when it comes to scheme. Like, if you're a coach and you can't change your scheme to what you have around you, you shouldn't be coaching in the National
Yeah,
Football League.
like,
Completely agree.
Like,
100% fair. The
Yeah, I
tendencies
mean-
do come out though.
of course.
okay. Let's get into let's get into another one. The chat has been buzzing all night. So
Maybe
this
I'm my
is the
Dolphins
topic. Oh yeah, hey yo, yeah. The chat went the fuck at you. Like they're still going at you.
We get any dono hypes for the from the chat yet?
No, we have not gotten any dono
Interesting.
hype. So no. So we're just gonna drink anyway. So fuck it.
Cheers.
Mm,
I already finished mine. I have to get another one later.
Don't worry, halftime will be coming up after this topic.
You didn't bring 2 with you?
No, apparently I did not.
Come on now. I got empty bourbon, then I got my backup beer. Let's go, man.
Fucking love Andrew. So Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams are currently not happy with the Packers. We already knew about Aaron, but now the little Devontae. Oh shit! Like, all right, how the hell do you piss off not 1, but 2 superstars in the same motherfucking offseason? What is going on up in Wisconsin, up in Green Bay, that their best guys now want to leave? Before the show, we did get breaking news that many sportsbooks, practically all sportsbooks, have taken down the odds, and now the main bet out there is Rodgers to retire. We start with Jordan. Before we start with Jordan, a new challenger has entered the arena.
Yes.
Yo, that's
Here's trouble.
Yeah, Herms, baby.
oh, look at that shirt. Whoa.
That shirt is tripping me the fuck out.
Oh,
Whoa,
my
bro.
Yeah.
I think
Ooh,
Herm
now-
showing up means we have to drink.
Yep.
we do.
Yep.
Dude, I
I'll
so
be right
want to be on psychedelics with that shirt.
I'm either way too sober or not sober enough for that shirt, and I don't know which one it is.
Shit. Yeah,
Hey,
man.
can
Just
you
trying to-
imagine the trippy things with that shirt?
Yeah, I did not realize how weird this shirt would be, but I'm very glad I made this choice. So
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Like, I can't
That's
stop
awesome.
looking. I'm like, oh my gosh, like,
yeah, shout out to all the viewers on hallucinogens looking at me right now. Just
knowing our fan base, there is definitely somebody that is like eating shrooms in the middle of watching this shit right now, taking notes, eating shrooms. Jordan, we start with you though. It's probably Taco. Honestly, that's probably the person in the chat that is probably doing that. Jordan, we start with you. What the hell is going on in Green Bay, bro? Like try and help us wrap our minds around this shit.
I mean, it's like with the Bulls back with their GM, where it's literally he's forcing them to be out.
Good, the goods is Jerry Krause.
I mean, it really does feel that way in a sense where it's like, I'm just not playing for you. I don't want to play for you. And he's looking at it, and like last year, I'm just trying to wrap my head around his moves as a general manager. And I'm looking at like Jordan Love in the first round. Okay, you're trying to prepare for the future. I get it. Could have used T. Higgins, whatever. Then you go in the second round and you draft A.J. Dillon. And then this year you pay Aaron Jones. And now you don't want to recognize Devontae Adams as the number one receiver in football. And Aaron Rodgers is pissed off. I just don't know what the steps he's trying to take to like win a championship, because I don't care. That should be your goal every single year, no matter if you're the Panthers, no matter if you're the Jets, no matter who you are in the NFL. You should be trying to win a championship. And you have Aaron Rodgers. Like, why is this so hard? I don't get it. You look at this, like, I'm so confused as to like what was said, how it's happened, and like Aaron Rodgers, I truly do believe he's the type of dude to retire, because like, oh, people are like, oh, he's gonna leave this amount of money on the table. The dude's made a ton of money, and with Jeopardy, like you saw Tony Romo getting $170 million over 10 years. If you don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to be able to pull that with a Jeopardy, you just don't know how contracts work. That's about it.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you, Jordan. I don't think that people understand that. They're like, how are they going to walk away from that kind of money? I'm like, when you're already in 100 millionaires, like you can walk away from more millions. It's not a big freaking deal to you. Everybody is going to want to endorse Aaron Rodgers. He's going to find a job, okay? He's going to find all sorts of endorsements. It's not going to be a thing for him. But does anybody know this question? Did they try to pay Devontae Adams more money? I think that's what they were trying to do, right?
Yes, they're trying to extend. Yeah, they're trying to extend him. He's in the last year of his deal.
So they're trying to extend him in the D-Hop. He wants D-Hop money or more, and they're trying to pay him like $4 to $5 million less a year.
Per year or in general? Okay.
Per year.
I was like, per year, it's not a big deal. I mean, per year, it's a big deal. In general, not so much. But okay. So I'm not surprised. I think when we look at the Packers history, it's almost the same as the Patriots history. Who do they pay out? They never pay out their homegrown talent. They never do. I mean, and they cheap out so hard on skill positions that it's super funny. They're like, well, we found Jordy Nelson, guys. Like, we could do it again. We found Devontae Adams, guys. We could do it again. Let's get Jared Abbrederis. Like, anyone know who that is?
Holy fuck.
Let's get Jared Boykins. Let's play Devin Funchess. Like, let's get these guys because Aaron Rodgers will make it work. And it's every year. I remember I got pitched for like 7 years straight, all the wide receiver twos that were not named Randall Cobb. And I was like, why the fuck do I want this?
Jake Kumaro, it'll happen. Trust me.
And I faded Devontae Adams 1 year because you were like, he's going to take over when Jordy gets hurt. And then like Jordy got hurt and Devontae Adams did nothing. Right? He took a leap forward the year after, and I will give him all the props in the world for being a top, receiver. But for a while, it was just like this long fucking thing of like, get the number 2 receiver for the Packers guy. He's going to go off. And I'm like, go off to the bench, man, because he's never going to do shit. Right? So, but that's what the Packers do. They don't pay anybody. They don't do anything. They let guys go. I've seen how many corners and safeties leave the team. One went to the Bills. How many running backs have left? How many wide receivers? Greg Jennings, and so on and so forth.
Yeah,
You're thinking Jordan Poyer, I believe. No, Casey Hayward's.
Casey Hayward was one. There was another safety too.
No, who's the other one? Micah Hyde. That's why I had Poyer on the mind because I knew it was a Bill.
They just, and there's another guy with a funny ass name too. Fuck. But anyways,
Clinton
they just let dudes.
Clinton Dix, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Clinton Dix. I fucking love that name. But they let all these dudes go every time. Like, why are we surprised? Why are we surprised that people finally were like, holy shit, like this organization doesn't like us, even though we kick them to the playoffs every year. We go to the NFC, we go to the championships every year, but we never get anything else, and they're gonna add these new rookies and let's cheap it out. They had the O-line, which is cool, but I'm just not surprised. I knew this was going to happen at some point. I didn't think it was going to start with Rodgers. I thought Rodgers was going to be the guy that stayed forever. But after the Jordan Love thing, anything goes at this point.
Anything goes. Wow. All right. FTLS for the love of Sundays.
So it's so interesting because I agree with both of these guys that, Aaron does not need the money. The money means nothing to him in any of this. This is totally a pride thing or a football thing, career thing that has nothing to do with what he's getting paid. It has nothing to do with the contract extension. So people who want to throw that in my face, if that's what you believe, you do not understand the level of money he can make after football. Like, he could make more money than the Packers are willing to give him. He could make more of that, whether he's going to be on Jeopardy or whether he's going to be doing play-by-play. Who cares? He could sign books for all he gives a shit about.
Yeah, he can.
And he'll make more money.
Sign
He can make so much money because he's just Aaron Rodgers, and he said no to the Packers. So that alone is just worth its weight in gold. So to me, it comes down to what is that team doing around him. And I agree. Now you're pissing off Devontae Adams. Like, ugh, this just doesn't look good. This doesn't
you're on
look
some
good.
Houston shit right
Aaron
now.
Rodgers
He's
looking at. I've been there, man. I've worked for bars and I've looked around and been like, there's a whole bunch of losers on this team. I need to quit now before this restaurant fails. I'll quit, and then 4 or 5 months later, restaurant will go out of business. And I'm like, yeah, I saw the writing on the wall, dude. Listen. The same way Tom Brady looked at the Patriots roster and saw the writing on the wall and said, I need to get out of town before this shit blows up in my face. And Aaron Rodgers is doing the same thing. Aaron Rodgers is saying, look, I need to get out of Dodge because this is going to blow up in my face. And I don't want to go out of my career with a bunch of losses. I don't want to go out with a bunch of 8-8 seasons. And so that's where Aaron Rodgers is at.
They have probably one of the best rosters in the league. He just hates that organization. I mean, we joke about the wide receiver too, but look at that defense, look at that line, look at Adams, look at Jones. That's not compare. If I went from that team to the Broncos, I think I'm doing a lot worse. Right?
Really? I think the Broncos is a better roster top to bottom. But that's what line?
If you
in terms of defensive backs, I think are better for the Broncos.
Sure,
somewhat. And offensive line you probably give to the Packers.
Easily.
By
a lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
damn.
That D line is not better than them.
D line's probably close. Yeah, I guess it's just names like stars. You think stars on the defense, right? It's so interesting how people's minds work. You think stars and big names on defense, and instantly you're like, oh,
he just hates the organization. He's willing to go to a shittier team.
I mean, well, the thing is, if you take Rodgers off that team, do you think they're winning over 8 games?
No,
not even close.
So how is that great of a team? That's
I think they could.
I agree with you.
If Rod, I mean, what I was going to go with is like we watched that 49ers game in the playoffs last year. That run defense for the Packers is awful. They got better this past year, but that's because when you're playing with the league, because you have Aaron Rodgers and you're scoring on the first possession of every game, pretty much, it's a little bit beneficial. This roster, I don't. I mean, Matt LaFleur had Derrick Henry and didn't make him good. Like, there's a lot, like, gave Deion Lewis more touches, but I don't see this roster as that great.
I would still say it's better than a lot of rosters that people are saying, oh my God, he can go there. Right? Like, if you put it in that perspective, like,
the Raiders,
short of like getting away from a team that you hate so much, it's not, and like I said, this just adds to the money doesn't matter. I just don't like your fucking team, or I don't like Gutekunst. Like, basically was what he's saying. And that's what it's adding to, which I agree with. But I'm like, that roster isn't bad. So when he leaves from that roster to a shittier roster, I'm just like, yeah, he could, because he really doesn't like them. He doesn't mind losses.
Until he comes to New England with Bill Belichick, and then it's just all hell breaks loose. Rain down from heaven.
Can someone in the YouTube chat make a Gunstekunst is Jerry Krause hashtag and tag me in that shit on Twitter? Like, yo, by the way, I want to shout out the chat. Like, those of you guys that watch the show and like you turn around like give me a follow, like give any of us a follow. Yes. Like, we love y'all for that. Shout out to Pike Cooper's dad 55. That's who he was dropping his et. And yeah, dude, like we love that shit. Y'all are fucking ballers. Y'all are dope. Go ahead, Toby.
I mean, there's nothing much left to be said that these three guys didn't already say. But, I mean, it's just a testament to the Packers that you're a Hall of Fame quarterback and the best wide receiver in football does not want to play for you because you're so tight-pocketed. Mm-hmm. Like, you can pay Zadarius Smith, you can pay Preston Smith, who got outplayed by Rashawn Gary last season. Like, you can pay these guys, but why are we not paying the offense? You paid Aaron Jones when everybody else thought he was going to leave or get franchise tag. Let's put some money up front and pay for to go winning a championship. Like,
Jair's
that's
going
what
to
it's
leave
about.
next. Watch, Jair's going to leave next.
To be fair, they did extend Bakhtiari in the offseason in which he was rehabbing a torn ACL. So like that's putting faith in a player that has a yellow flag attached to him.
But why are we not putting faith into the two guys that have carried the offense?
I don't disagree. I just wanted to put that point out there.
Yeah, I know. And Bakhtiari's
to the Giants.
That would be
like
so
top 3
ugly. Rodgers wants to go to a contender. When the fuck are y'all contending?
2030.
I don't think he cares about a contender. I just think he just wants to get the fuck away from them.
The NFC East is so bad that they probably could contend in the NFC East.
I just have to say one thing real quick before my take. Taco still thinks the Giants are going to win the East. That's all I have to say.
God,
Okay. So Z2, you pretty much you're like you know what, like how the fuck?
I mean, so I saw somebody tweet out like with Jordan Love starting with Al Lazard, wide receiver 1, said who can stop. I think it was a troll tweet, but they said who can stop this offense. And I quote tweeted it and I said literally anyone, including Alabama, Clemson, whatever. So if you're not looking into that, like these two guys run your offense basically, but outside of Aaron Jones. So like if you're not looking into that, why are you not investing into that? Like it's being a businessman basically. Invest into what got you to how good you are, not piss them off and let them go beat you somewhere else. That's just my take. Like the ownership needs to take that business degree or whatever they fucking did to get that high up into accountability.
Mike?
April 29th, 2021. That GM from I can't even say his name right, made the worst decision he ever did. And that was not trading Aaron Rodgers on draft day to the Broncos when they could have got a buttload for him. Period. They could have gotten the 9th or 10th overall pick and whatever the heck they wanted for him on that day so they could take Fields or whoever, so they could get Rodgers. Broncos would be – I agree with John and I agree with – I can't remember whoever else it was. I think the Broncos are, without Rodgers, I think the Broncos are a better team than the Packers. And I, even as a Chiefs fan, that I hate to say that because I would be scared shitless if Rodgers ended up in the AFC West, I'll be honest. But the Packers are ruining this thing, and I agree. I mean, the only other thing I have to say is I agree with everyone in the sense that Rodgers doesn't need the Packers. Rodgers doesn't need the money. His fiance is rich as hell. He's rich as hell. He can do whatever he wants. And I know some people are saying now it was a tweet about something else, but Zadarius Smith even tweeted out earlier today that he's looking for a good realtor in Green Bay. He came out an hour later and said that he said that because he wanted a new house because the market's hot. I think that's a lie, period.
Players can tweet casual things too,
Yeah.
Really quick, I want to shout out Steelers Nation 412. Yo, I love that take. Like I love that take. Like you're amazing. You're
I love that take too.
See, like that's a great subscriber right there. That's a true pirate. Like he's a pirate for real. Go ahead, Andrew, and then Herms.
Who is Aaron Rodgers' agent?
David Dunn.
That's right. Who's
the same agent that pulled the Carson Palmer?
That's exactly right. And I don't think that. Thank you for. Wow, I'm mad at you and proud of you at the same time for knowing exactly where I'm going. But no, I think that's something that
there's a lot of agents that I don't like. Trust me.
Fair enough. No, but I think that's something that is not being discussed enough. Now, up until probably today, I kind of had it in my mind that there's about a 70-75% chance that Rodgers would be the opening day starter for the Packers. And now my confidence is just completely out the window. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what to think. I don't know how to invest in any of these guys as fantasy assets. I'm just at the end of the day, I don't think it makes a whole lot of I think Devontae Adams will be back for one more year regardless. Like, he's going into the contract year. He's going to probably leave at the end of this year. But I don't think that they're going to move on from him this year. If it is Jordan Love under center this year, regardless of how the Rodgers thing shakes out, I do think that they probably need Devontae Adams just this year to figure out what kind of asset from an NFL perspective they have in Jordan Love. And like stated, if it's the Alan Lazard show, you're not going to get a fair shake at figuring out what Jordan Love is or even could be. So while, yeah, it'd be nice to get some assets in exchange for Devontae Adams in the last year of his deal, like, you kind of set yourself up for failure in a few years when Jordan Love is kind of the way that we perceive Daniel Jones right now, where you don't know, is he or is he not the future?
Okay. Arms.
Well, a lot of good points already made. So I guess I don't know. I mean, after today, I think two of my final picks in Scott Fishbowl being Marquez Callaway and Jordan Love feel really good right now. So I don't know. I mean, I have that going for me.
Wow, humble brag.
Yeah, well, you know what? All the smart things have already been said. So I was like, I can either try and make another good point or I can boost my ego. There's two choices. So
I like the direction that you went. I love it.
Yeah, fuck it. I don't know. I'm the man, I guess. But well, no, I couldn't have predicted any of this. but anyway, shit. Oh, this I don't know, sucks for the Packers, I guess. Because like, what leverage do they have in this situation? Like, the fucking nothing. Because like, it's been said the whole time. It's just like, what the fuck does Aaron Rodgers care about any of this shit? He's Aaron fucking Rodgers. I mean, like, shit. More power to him. To you, buddy. Whatever.
If he wanted to get traded, he should just go there and start keying cars.
Exactly. Just
Like,
fucking
he
roll
just
up in the parking
there
lot and be like,
be
hey,
like,
fuck
oh,
them
God.
kids. Just fucking, yeah, dude. Yeah.
Take a dump on the fucking GM's car and just let them get traded.
Sure,
Like, that's what
why
he needs
not?
to do.
Bro, why did you just describe the perfect fantasy football South Park episode? Like I'm just picturing like I'm Aaron Rodgers. Like he's just sitting on this.
I think he doesn't. I think he wants to stay on the team. Like, the fucking skit would be ridiculous.
Yo, any animators in the chat, hit me up. We can start a cartoon series up on this motherfucker too. We got all the people that'll play the characters and make voices and shit. It'll be great.
I'll do some voices.
Oh, see, drop the mic. See, yo, like you know, very eclectic group here. So talented. And guys, guess what? Oh shit.
Oh my god! You know what? I'm gonna tell you this right now. I feel terrible for everybody in Scott Fishbowl that has acres. I feel absolutely fucking terrible for all you guys. It's the worst feeling.
I appreciate it.
No, it really is. It's the absolute worst fucking feeling. And this just marked the date at 7/23 to never start drafting until then.
Today is the day. Today we consider 7/23 fantasy football doomsday.
It's so bad. This whole week has been a fucking shit show.
You know it's gonna get worse, right?
I mean, dude, remember Miles Sanders with his
I've been in this
injury?
fucking job for the last 4 years. It gets crazy.
David Montgomery took an injury in the freaking preseason and shit.
Do you remember that the
Andrew
injury he had?
John, you are on mute.
Who, David Montgomery? I think it was an ankle injury.
No, but I remember the video of that hyperextended knee. I don't know if did that video that I don't remember if it was in a game or in practice.
Yeah, I think it was a preseason game. It wasn't preseason. It was a practice. Yeah, there wasn't preseason.
But like, he went and was top 5 RB because football. That's how that works. I don't get it. I hate this time of the year. Last year, Kamara's contract holdout, epidermal shot.
Dalvin Cook had injuries too.
Oh, and his holdout as well, or the trading. I don't know, dude. That all happened the day of my draft, and I wanted Kamara too. I ended up picking Saquon. Don't be me.
No.
John, you got to unmute your mic because I can't. It won't let me override it.
No, it's muted on StreamYard, not the mic.
Jordan, can you take a second and tell us who all you have drafted that you haven't named yet, just so we know who to avoid?
Now he's got to fix his mic again. Now he's got to fix his mic. Now that he's unmuted.
That's messed up.
No,
I had
I'm good.
All right, there we go. He's back. He's back. He's got
back.
y'all back.
I'm back.
You did it.
I'm back.
Good job.
I didn't want to
Thank
pick
you.
Barkley, Andrew. All right, I had Kamara in another league, and it was a keeper league. So I was like, all right, like I won that championship. I had Kamara and Calvin. That was all good.
If it makes you feel better, my first round running backs I've always whiffed. Like I've always loved like the wrong guy in the first round, but I always loved the right guy in the second round. So I'm always like, fuck it, I don't want to take running backs in the first round anymore because my second round guy will be the one. Like,
Go nice and safe in the first round.
I completely
Chelsea
whiffed my
Club.
first round running backs. I got Saquon, I got David Johnson, I got fucking Eddie Lacy, I got TMC this last time.
Eddie Lacy.
But all those guys
That's
in the
an
second
OG.
round, I love the shit out of them. Like I had CMC in the second worked out for me. Todd Gurley in the second worked out for me. But the first round guys, they just fucking hate me.
Oh, rock out. We haven't seen you up in the chat. No, that's an OG name up in the chat. Wow. You want to talk about
Kamara, number 2 back.
like day one
Yes.
pirate, day one subscriber. Wow.
Rock out. What's chilling? What's good?
I love our followers. Like y'all are fuck.
Good
All
dude.
right, Mike,
Good picks.
what you got? What you got, man?
All right, so I mentioned this on Twitter to Taco earlier on one of his posts, but I want to make this official on Rumboyz After Dark. If the Giants win the division, I will do some crazy ass taco eating thing on this show after the season.
Yo, I'm so down. And we could get like Bo like fucking make the tacos. Oh, fucking we have the Super Bowl party every year. Like,
Oh yes.
Hey, here's
What?
okay, right there. No, right there. I do not like hot. I am not a hot sauce guy. I will drown tacos in Bo's hot sauce if the
no,
Giants
he has
win.
a taco seasoning. No, he has an actual
Yeah.
taco seasoning, bro.
I'll
Like,
do
Those
it.
hot sauce is fire.
But I'll do it
That's dope.
because hot sauce burns my butthole, and I will do it
God,
just
man.
for
There it is,
taco.
ladies and gentlemen. That's the challenge right there. That's
Who can burn
I am
buttholes?
so
Who can-
tired about hearing about
Clip
food
it.
today. Like, the
Clip
amount
That's a
of people
hot
that
take.
have-
That's a hot take.
That's
That's
a
a
hot
hot
butt
take.
take.
A real hot thing.
Gosh, fuck, ladies and gentlemen, these are my friends. Like these that you see on screen. I work with these people.
I love you, Robbie.
I love you.
Robbie loves
coming
coming to work every day.
I do. Oh my gosh, Mom, come pick me up. I'm scared.
So done.
All righty. Let's go ahead and get into halftime. I was gonna have a new music video for you guys this week, but I got to get that file compressed. So we're gonna keep going with the homie Richard Dre. This joint is homie putting on a big flex from Cali to Colorado. Y'all have already heard his track. That's Rawsome. Here he is with his new ish. Let's go. Dilly dilly. See y'all on halftime.
shit's fire.
I ain't waiting a second, I'm going in now. No freestyling, no this and pin pal shit. See, I don't make moves to get rich, tough and quick. And I only fuck with bitches who be slobbing on that. I can get nasty, but I'm usually with a cash be. Rolling weed, sitting back, blowing shit to Cassie. I ain't doing it for the rich way. So I brought Rich Ray. When I come around like Dom, that look this way. Right into my own shit, I swear I be doing the most shit. Give you hits like Tyson and giving you vibes like Bryson. Certain things in life be so expensive, but I buy them. Certain things in life be so enticing, but I can't try them. You looking for what you looking for, yeah, I'm the item. I'll hold you down forever, you my nigga, yeah, item. I'm coming for what you say you hold, I'm all about it. Linked up, turn the beat up, now we clouded. Feet up on heat up, red Jordan ones. Niggas needing shills, I'm clapping shit, man, I'm the chosen one. Neck wrist on freezer like magnet. On my Taka and Chris Brown, I can handle it.
Let me handle it, smoking like the candle lit. Any beat I see, break it down and then dismantle it. Competition challenge it, I'm dealing with some damages. Juggle lots of life, but now I'm learning how to manage it. I've been to the bottom of bottoms, I never been to the top. I pop some bottles with models, I see my friends getting shot. I sip and drown in my sorrows, I smoke a weed by the lot. I stand and post on the corner, you'll never look. I ball like a piston. You'll never play my position. You catching what I'm pitching. I'm switching, no contradiction. I'm fishing for opposition, no vision and optimism. I wish I was kinda different, but I know my mind is different. I see them bitches smiling, long as she happy. I'm on the beat violin with my nigga T-Savvy. We go back in the day and bring the heat. Cali, you ain't got nothing to say. The nigga be silent. Hey, buddy, don't say shit. Everybody cap, changing faces like a facelift. They think they all that. Trust me, bitch, you just basic. In 20 years, you'll be looking back, wishing to erase it.
And I'm too savvy, I'ma get it to the end of my days. And I'll be only blowing smoke if it's that Jenny A. You say you always keep a 9, but niggas, I always keep a 8. Niggas straight in my face with that cap, it's okay. Niggas stay with a fresh cut, need it, no way. I can't take these niggas serious like all the brothers Wayans. I just be adding up experience while I'm changing up my wins. And I got my own condo, so I just change it how it's laid.
And me, I'm never changing lanes. I got a better way to demonstrate and elevate the game. I keep a level-headed saying I told the devil pave the way. If ever I see there's a day, I'll disappear like David Blaine. I never had it from magic, I had to grab it from tragic. Sometimes I wish like Aladdin, get thrown the pits with the dragons. Imagine living in lavish, I wanna get it, I have it. I remember shit in the trash cans, in the trenches in Afghan. But I made it back to the States, made it back to being black. And now they laugh in my face. With all that's happened, it's so hard to say this place is so great. So on the track, I found my faith and put my faith in the tape. Yeah.
Savvy, Richard Ray, and that's it. Oh yeah, Young Savvy Lifestyle. Peace.
Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time, there was a monkey knife fight.
And one day, they met one team partners in the NFLPA.
It's a match made in the pits of a monkey knife fight.
And everyone lived happily ever after.
Are you listening? This is big.
What is a monkey knife fight?
You know, it's thing monkeys, knives, you get it. Fantasy sports is monkey knife fight. And monkey knife fight is fantasy sports.
Monkey knife fight is daily fantasy.
Monkey knife fight in the house.
I am Monkey Knife Fight. You are Monkey Knife Fight. We are all Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey knife fight.
You have the NFLPA behind the company.
It's exciting for me to be a part of fantasy sports.
When I think of fantasy sports, I think of beating all my buddies year in and year out and being able to brag about it.
We're not just partners in it.
We're owners.
And it feels awesome to be an owner.
I challenge you to a monkey knife fight.
We've been saving you a seat at the table, Monkey Knife Fight.
Welcome to the one team and NFLPA family.
Monkey knife fight. Welcome to the family, Monkey Knife Fight.
Welcome to the game, Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey Knife Fight!
I challenge you to a Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey Knife Fight!
Monkey knife fight, monkey knife fight, monkey knife fight, monkey knife.
Monkey knife fight, 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 monkey. Yeah.
Monkey knife fight, hell yeah, I love it. Really quick, one more. TikTok, what's good? It's your boy Rumboyz Robbie of the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Join Who's for Sleeper Wire, Steffi Smalls, Eat Sleep Fantasy, and many more for the biggest, wildest fantasy football live draft party ever thrown on the face of the planet. That's right, y'all. I want y'all to join me at the Fantasy Football Expo in Canton, Ohio. It's going to be litty. I'm giving away one free ticket to one lucky fantasy football player out there to join me and party with the Rumboyz on draft night out. You're going to get the draft, enjoy some drinks, meet some of the industry's top analysts and everything. Also giving away 5 free raffle tickets for our NFL memorabilia giveaway. We're talking cards, jerseys, helmets, all good. Let's go. To purchase a ticket, get on over to draftnightout.com. Tickets going like crazy, so don't miss out. Don't be late. And for more Rumboyz action, get your tickets for the Fantasy Football Expo. Dilly. Let's go. Hey, draft night out is going to be so damn lit Jorge, thank you for joining us, my brother, here on the second half of the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, Rumboyz After Dark.
Why couldn't he show up sooner so that my white ass dance moves could have been off of the screen there? I mean, that would have been so much fun. Damn.
We need it.
Nobody needed to see that.
I want to shout out really quick my partners that are making everything happen for draft night out. Eat Sleep Fantasy, Sleeper Wire, Fan Tracks, Trophy Smack, Prestige Sports Memorabilia. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Canton Brewing Co. Where for allowing us to utilize your venue to host this. August 14th is going down. Tickets only $30. Make sure that you guys grab your draft night out ticket. And yeah, like I'm excited.
I will be there. It is
official.
I will be there representing.
It's official. It's official like a referee with a whistle, baby.
You have no idea. We're gonna be there. It's gonna be a ton of fun. Everyone's gonna have a good time. We're gonna chop it up. We're gonna talk about football. It's gonna be great. I can't wait. Bro, I'm super excited.
Music, beers.
Right, like the boys just want to have a good time. The gang just wants to have a good time.
Drafting.
And then Robbie and Steffi running the show.
Yeah, and then you got myself and my sister, killing it. So I mean, y'all already know it's gonna be a party to the Rumboyz Walk-In. Come party with the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Come party with Steffi Smalls. Let's fucking go! Like,
cheers.
Cheers.
That's a cheers.
Is that a little Vanek in the background?
Yeah, that's baby me. I didn't mean to put that one up, but whatever. We're leaving it. Fuck it. Right here.
Is that Steve Smith? That's a Steve Smith jersey, right?
That was my first jersey ever, actually. I never had one of those.
That's funny. That's my first jersey ever.
Bro, I gotta
remember.
I think you're a little tall for that jersey.
No, I think Jordan was born. I think Jordan was born the year Steve Smith was in the league.
Bro, so y'all know I met Steve Smith, man, and I'll tell that story another day, but that was one of the craziest motherfucking pieces of advice to becoming a fantasy analyst that I have ever been given. The way that he told me to break down stats and analytics, and that's why I have the style that I have now, is honestly attributed to his advice. Yeah. That man, I'll tell y'all exactly what he said. He said, "Don't let the stats tell the story, young man. Stops me in the Beverly Hills Hilton lobby. We're in Beverly Hills. Stops me in the lobby. I'm the only fucking person, the only media member with his press badge on, carrying his own damn equipment. Everybody else got lackeys, all right? Everybody else got roadies and shit. And yeah. And then there's just my little skinny, light-skinned ass, and then Tyler's little skinny white ass, and we're just carrying all of our equipment, right?" Steve Smith stops us, and he's like, "Listen, you guys have the ability to say whatever you want to say." He's like, back then Josh Norman was a good corner. He's like, if I tell you Josh Corman 56.2% of the time doesn't have the ball thrown his way, that you understand that, right? He's like, yeah. He's like, well, guess what? Everybody don't understand that. He's like, but if I told you the second that we walk out this hotel lobby and we go hit a club, we about to go get some, and we got a 56.2% chance. He's like, you going with me? And I was like, oh, that makes sense. and then lo and behold, Steve Smith and I, we became friends. He bought me a couple of drinks later that night, and yeah, that's how I met Steve Smith.
Damn.
And we also have a celebrity here.
Hi.
Steffi!
Orale!
Wow. That was a lot.
Blessed.
Wow.
She said hi.
You okay, Toby?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
What do you guys do? You guys are crazy.
If I
We are not worthy. We are not worthy.
What? The clawed up idiot. Come on, you guys are fine.
Oh, we love you. We love you. Hey, welcome back. It's like a reunion right now. Reunited, and it feels.
I didn't know. I was like, "What am I doing right now?" And then I texted you and was like, "Are you live right now?"
Yeah, and I was like, "Yeah."
What am I doing right now? I'm doing Rumboyz right now. That's what I'm doing right now.
Shout out to my draft night out co-host. Shameless plug again. Let's go ahead and get into the next topic. This is a topic that the chat has been waiting for, and we actually will start at the bottom of the panel. Ladies first, and obviously, I mean, Jorge, we just got to be blessed with your amazing voice. It's a mix of Fergie and Jesus. Cole Beasley recently stated that he will not retire and that they will have to cut arguably the best slot receiver in the league or he's just gonna play unvaccinated. Thoughts around Beasley and his words. We start with you, sis.
Did he get like dipped into like some kind of acid bath? Because I feel like lately, like his behavior has just gone off the rails a little bit. Like he's great and that's awesome, but even Sanders posted his vaccine card. No one needs you, bro. Like it's okay. You can go. Please leave. They will. I don't see him playing. Like I think they're gonna end up cutting him. I don't know why he would be there. He's causing a ruckus. It's the best way I can describe it. He's causing a ruckus.
It is a ruckus.
He doesn't know what's going on. He has no control over himself. Like God's will, bro, that you play. But I don't.
He could have just pulled a Dak Prescott and be like, "Ask HIPAA."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then Dak sounds great because he's saying, "Oh, he uses a fancy way," but when Cole talks about God's will, then it's a whole other story.
Like, hey, Tebow, knock it off. Jorge.
He's gone.
I'm 100% pro-vaccine, so I don't love the way he's handling this. To me, the thing is, if he's going to start losing a paycheck, I think that's when things change. And I don't, then one thing he's got to know, he's a slot receiver. Okay, fine. He's not Devontae Adams. He's not Jerry Rice. One thing I learned, and this is something from your Dominicano compadre. Dale. Manny Ramirez once said, "Oh, everybody used to be saying Cal Ripken," and then the Orioles got Miguel Tejada, and then everybody was said Tejada. The game goes on. He said, I don't care how good I am, the game's going to go on. The game's going to go on beyond Cole Beasley. So and he's not bigger than the game. I think he's being a little bit of attention seeker. And then just
what's the funniest part is I promise you he's vaccinated for diphtheria, for tetanus, for polio, for chickenpox, for measles, for mumps, for rubella. Like, bro, like what are you doing? You're just doing it to cause a scene at this point.
Me being former military, there's this part during boot camp where they just stab you.
Yeah.
That's my family. Like you have no idea what it is, and then you're just pent up and you're angry for the next 8 weeks. So you have no idea what's in your body. Yeah, like, hey, Cole, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And I did it for our country. I didn't really want, but that's neither here or there. They probably
still get a rap album, okay, Robbie? Like I get it, but
yeah. He did do a rap album. He did. Oh, you're talking. Oh, I got what you just said. Oh, you're a beat writer. I did a rap album. You're a beat writer.
Robbie. I am a beat writer. If you didn't know.
Herbs.
Oh, well, Cole Beasley is right about one thing. It would definitely require an argument for somebody to determine that he is the best slot receiver. That's for sure. As far as his whole vaccine thing, it's like, look, people can, make whatever choices they want to make. It's your right to do whatever you want to do, and it's his right to be a complete fucking asshole. So eat a dick, Cole Beasley. Just get the fucking shot. Yes. Like, it's not that hard, for fuck's sake. Exactly. Like, I get your whole thing that you're on, and it's a fun soapbox, but it stopped being amusing a while ago. So just come on.
At the very least, if you don't want to get the shot, then play with the Rumboyz.com mask on.
Exactly. There you go. Yeah. See,
perfect.
Yeah, merch opportunities. Yeah, check it out. Boom. So yeah, just fucking I don't know. I couldn't care any less about what that man's doing at this point.
It seems like who was the other one on that team that came out and said he's not getting vaccinated? The Bills are kind of going a little off the rails now. What do you guys?
Josh Allen refused to answer. That was kind of their other big name.
Yeah.
But that was a lot less controversial because he was ambiguous about it.
Yeah.
The thing is, you are a grown ass motherfucking human being. I don't care what you do with your life. I don't care to know what you do with your life. But the fact that you are making it known is what's making you a target. Just shut up about it. Just don't not everything requires you to voice your opinion. Not everything requires just because any of us could be in a press conference. Just because I asked you a question, you can answer that question however you want. You don't got to tell me exactly how you feel. Yes, I am vaccinated, obviously. Where's my wallet? I'll show you my vaccination card. Like, yeah, but I don't give a damn if the other person isn't. I'm protecting myself and the people who are around me. I don't care what you choose to do. That's your damn fault. Andrew?
No, I think Steph hit the nail on the head. I mean, with greater talent comes greater tolerance. And at the end of the day, his talent does not justify kind of the headache that he's putting that team through. Let's also not forget that he's going into his age 32 season, and he's he's quietly old, and also they would only take a $3.5 million dead money hit to release him. So it's not a huge loss, especially when you have obviously Stephon Diggs, but Gabe Davis showed flashes. You brought in a very positionally versatile Emmanuel Sanders, who also old, but brings flexibility to that wide receiver room. Cole Beasley does not have the leverage to be making these kinds of statements the way that it kind of looks like he thinks he does.
Oh, nice, Jordan.
Jordan, put it on the board. Put it on the board, Jordan. That's a point for you. Put it on the board.
Sanders posting his vaccine card today.
Hold up. I got him. Yo, I feel like Jordan he's like, yo, one, I love memes. Two, put it
on the board. Put it on the board. That's a win. That's a win.
Beautiful.
We need that. That's the shit that we need on SportsMe right there, Jordan. I need you on SportsMe.
That's too funny.
Oh man.
Go ahead, drop the mic.
All right, part of me thinks that Cole Beasley is honestly doing all this shit talk because his play on the field doesn't back it up, and he just needs to be in the limelight. But I agree with everyone else. He doesn't really give a shit until the money is taken away. And I'll tell you this, Diggs said, I know Diggs made a tweet earlier in the offseason about, subliminally something about get your shot. I don't want to be affected by your choices or something like that. Once he starts affecting his team's paychecks by losing a check because they have to forfeit a game, he is going to be the dog in the doghouse. They're going to make him sleep in the snow, and they're not going to give a rat's ass about him. And I agree with Steph. Because of that reason, I don't think he plays this year.
Okay. Toby?
Me too.
I'm 100% on Jorge's side. I'm 100% pro-vaccine because I don't know if y'all saw ZZTV in the comments, but that's my brother. And he has his own story, and I'll let him tell about it. But what he's gone through, we have to get vaccines, immunodepressant people, if you're around them, you want to have the vaccine because you don't want them to have that.
Yeah.
For him to come out and talk about all this and then argue that he's the best slot wide receiver, you're chasing something that's not right. Go get your check, play the game. That's what you're there for. But don't put it on Twitter just so you can look like he thinks he's cool, basically.
Yeah.
He thinks he's arguing a point. I think he's getting too political.
Mm-hmm.
Just play political.
100.
I would bet everyone $100 his kids are vaccinated too. That's bro, what? You're crazy. Do you want polio to come back? You want smallpox? Chill out. Just get the vaccine. It's your job. The personnel there has to get it. They should just require them to do it. Unless they have some kind of exemption. It shouldn't be that big of a deal.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we can't require people to do anything. For example, I was smoking weed in the 90s, and that shit was definitely illegal back then. But now we living free, baby. So
we won't tell anybody, Robbie.
I just told the whole world.
Oh my goodness.
It's so bad. Hey, you got to pay for college somehow, damn it. But no, hopefully, I think it's like you said, Toby. He thinks that he's cool. He thinks he's kind of virtue signaling for the people that are anti-vax, and it's you only get the pro-vax people kind of shoving it down your throat when you speak out. You know how many people that we know that are not that we walk past every day in the grocery store that are not vaccinated and still don't fucking wear a mask. like just because they want to be rebellious and they think that they're cool or whatever, or like, oh, the government's going to put a tracking device in me. Like,
bro, your iPhone's a
Never
tracking.
mind that we all have
Are
cell
you
phones.
weird? Like,
you got a fucking phone.
this is your tracking device. This
You
is
can
not
track
even
me.
that
I ain't doing
like,
shit. You can keep
dumb?
tracking me. I ain't doing
Dude.
shit. Track me.
Exactly.
I'm not doing
Like
shit.
listen, my personal FBI agent is probably hating his job right now. He's like, this man does
Yeah,
nothing.
look at me. I get banned from Twitter every like other week. Like my FBI agent hates me. Okay.
Robbie, I want to piggyback off your point. Like, to me, COVID, you're gonna get it or you're not.
Yeah.
I don't like masks because it makes my ears look big. So like it's a self-esteem thing, you know. But like in Texas, we don't have to wear. We're not mandated to wear masks anywhere unless it's
Y'all
like
never wore masks. Don't act like you wore masks.
Don't lie.
Listen, he's about to kick it to someone from Florida, so don't worry. I'm from Florida. It's worse down here.
Go to the next state. Yeah, go.
I got in Tennessee here, so we're not much better.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, coming in hot. Oh, there we go. This is
Me and
Damn,
Payne are from
Southerners.
California. We wear masks.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Shout out the DMV. We do a good job. Woo!
Yay, big cities.
Yeah. All right.
Can't say that about Florida.
The South
Not-
is just bad
not
backwards.
speaking.
Okay. John, and then Pang, and then Jordan. Well, obviously because that's the order that we go in. I don't know why I just did that, but
So it's interesting, man. I don't want to give much breath and much time to Cole Beasley because I agree with everyone on this panel. I think he's going to get cut, and I think he's just going to be roster fodder at this point in his career. Thank you very much, but you're not the best slot receiver in the game. You're certainly not even close.
You never were.
You never were
Shout
at
out
any
to
point in your
fellas.
career. You were always good, but not great, which is fine. And who knows what's going to happen. But I don't want to waste my breath and waste my time on Cole Beasley. So please move on to someone else. Thank you.
next topic.
Next topic. Next
Hey, really
topic.
quick, I want to
Cole
shout out.
Beasley.
I want to shout a new name in the chat. The fellas present sports rap. I haven't seen you in our chat before. I don't know if you've been a long time viewer or not, but thank you for commenting and thank you for joining our live stream.
Welcome in.
Yeah, welcome to the Pirate Crew. Welcome to the family. Make sure you subscribe, bro. Yvonne said HIPAA got my back. Oh my, damn it.
Oh, Iván, mi hermano. Salud.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
Pang, are you somehow
He's
magically
muted.
muted?
Oh, my bad. So I'm not the biggest Cole Beasley guy, but I did have him as a sleeper last year. I ran a ton of them, more than I should have, which worked out, right? But this year, this dude's just crazy, man. I have no idea what he's doing. And as Robbie says, we get a buttload of shots all the time, literally in the butt sometimes. So if I
No,
can
that
take
shit
all the
sucks when you gotta sit down the next day and they're like,
the peanut butter shot, bro. It's not a joke.
They're like, do wall sits, and I'm like, I don't want them.
Yeah, and then you got like shots that smallpox that actually show side effects, which is fucking terrible.
Bro, we got the SARS shot. Remember the SARS shot?
Dude, I don't know. I was just taking shit. There at some point it was just my friends doing it. They were just like, "Oh, here you go, buddy." Anyway, but like, I don't get the problem with getting the vaccine. I understand like the fear for it, but if your logic is government tracking you, then I tell you to go join the military and try the equipment out because nothing there works. I'm telling you, we have night vision goggles which suck ass. People fall and trip over rocks all the time. Like, it's really funny. Our guns don't
You got
work.
me out here in fucking Afghanistan.
Our guns barely work. All the stuff like sucks. So if you think the government's gonna put thousands of dollars into your arm, that is the best thing that could ever happen to you.
Bro,
because
the amount of times
hey,
of fucking gun jams, bro. I used to hate being a saw gunner. When they'd be like, you gotta be up in the turret today. I'm like, I don't.
And like I don't get it. If someone wants to track me, man, like, which, hey, have at it. You know, I watch a lot of anime, so I hope you're having fun. like, no one gives a fuck about us. So like, yeah, just get the vaccine. If you want to take longer to see if there's side effects, all props to you, but you're not smarter than a scientist, not
You
smarter
keep
than
eating
healthcare.
deli meat and hot dogs, giving yourself cancer, but you won't get a fucking vaccine. That's
Half these motherfuckers will cook their cup noodles in a goddamn microwave still. Like, just say it. Like, come on, like, just move on. You know,
Hey, I know there's not microchips in my hot dogs. Thank you.
Yeah, like you drink tap water, like chill, like you'll survive.
It's like
But
if
if
you've
you have
ever
a
had
legit beer,
breakfast
let's avoid
food at
it,
a
though.
gas station, you're probably fine. Like just
We've been putting fluoride in our water for years. Like, there's nothing. It's already done. Everything's taken care of.
But yeah, so we'll move it from there. But no, he's never the best slot receiver. But I will have to admit though, he had one of the craziest catches I saw last season, where he basically fell head first to the ground and could have like broke his neck and held on the ball. Which props to him. But you're not that good. You need to move on.
Go! Sports me. It sports you.
You're done.
Let's go. That's the best comment.
Have at it, Jordan.
I mean, we're deciding that this face is going to be the one to talk about that. You can't tell me. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, the dude that just joined, the fellas, said it best. He's like, this dude thinks he's Wes Welker and Julian Edelman. And, like, to be honest, if Edelman would have, been in this scenario and he would have came out and said this, I think he would have been way more respected. And I think he would have been more respectful while doing it. Yeah. Cole Beasley's just been a complete tool with this, and it's like, come on, man! Like, this is what.
Look at the flipper! Look at the flipper missing out of his fucking lips.
I mean, this just shouldn't be the representation for the dude that should be. Oh, I'm anti.
I would argue that's the perfect representation of what. That's all the perfect representation.
I mean, he looks like Florida Man is the title of the article that I'm about to write. Like,
he looks like a lot of my neighbors. Yeah, I mean,
I know a lot of close friends down in Florida look very much like Cole Beasley right now.
So it's just
I mean, he's in more like a northern Florida type of thing, like South Florida.
Panhandle guy.
Yeah. Here's the thing with the gap in his seat. All right, so I did MMA and boxing. I did MMA and boxing growing up. And you can get that shit fixed. Like, that's a hole missing tooth. That's not a gap. That's a hole missing tooth. You can get that replaced. Like, I know.
He's got money for that.
That's God's will. It's not up to him.
That's God's will.
Oh, yeah. He's saving money because he knows he's not going to have a job next year. There was someone at my job that literally just quit because we told him, hey, you're unvaccinated. You need a mask. And he was like, nope, and just walked in the office and quit. I was like, dude, what the fuck? I was like, what kind of...
God damn it.
People are out of their minds.
Robbie, talking about that tooth, I do have a fake tooth, so you can get that fixed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
the same tooth that he got knocked out right there is the same tooth that I have.
My best guy from college knocked his 2 front teeth out once at a frat party, and he had like them replaced with this like retainer thing. It was the crazy. He literally knocked them both out, just clean out. They were gone.
That's the most.
Looking like a jack-o'-lantern, motherfucker just shitting his teeth out.
I'm gonna text Mitch right now and see. Did you ever get your teeth actually put into your mouth, or do you still?
He's gonna say, "No, man, I'm going for the Cole Beasley look."
No, did he knocked out, or did his teeth just get knocked out?
No, they're gone. Like his teeth were gone, and they were out of his mouth.
I don't know how that. I mean,
they're gone, and he had a retainer that was like it had fake teeth, and he would take it out when he got
I had that retainer for 6 months.
I have headgear, so
I shattered a molar playing flag football once, but that didn't lend itself to anything like that. I will say spitting out shards of your own teeth might be one of the most unnerving things like ever. Like, like the pain was fine, but like just like the psychological oh, those are my teeth.
Just like look down and you're like, oh,
yeah. Didn't like that one bit. No.
I got fucked up.
Getting a knee to the face, and then swallowing your own fucking tooth, like when you come back up. So what happened was was in a fight.
I'm trying not to make a spit or swallow joke.
No. Oh God.
Yeah, please don't.
Whoa. Welcome to After Dark, ladies and gentlemen. Stephanie's like, I've been on. She's like, I've been on so many shows where I haven't been able to say what I want.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Now I can say what I want. But I got kneed in the face. Fucking my head jerked back, and my tooth, it's gone. And I coughed it back up, and I was like, holy shit. I was like.
It is unnerving. Like it's just. I caught a shoulder right here, so
My mouthpiece came. And I had a mouthpiece in too. So like once I realized, I was like, you just messed up my smile. Heck! And I was like, bye, night. And then I won money, so it's okay.
That's all that matters.
Exactly. Getting paid all that matters. Dak Prescott recently stated he has buried his ankle injury and does want to play in the preseason. Should Dak take this chance or not? We start with Jordan.
I don't think Dak should really bother with the preseason. He's at the point in his career where I just don't think it helps him in any way. I mean, getting connection with CD would be the only real thing that I would throw him out there for, and let him go 3 or 4 drives and just let him target CD Lamb when he's throwing the football. I mean, McVay's proven it where you don't really need to play your starters in preseason. He's done it for every year of his career now, and it's just worked, and that's about it. Robbie, why are you putting me on the full screen? I'm scared.
All right, Beer hit the mouse pad, and that happened.
It's funny because you only do it with him for some reason.
I don't. He does the memes. He does the memes.
Yeah, have you seen that? That's why.
There. Now you.
No, dude, it's.
Aren't you so happy that we're family? Like shit.
Yes, I am. But I'm not coming back next week, so no, I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
I agree, but I would say due to his injury and just to get back into nice synchronization and kind of see the field, get used to having a stadium around you and stuff, like just do a couple of drives. Don't do multiple preseason games. He knows what his skill level is. We know what his skill level is. But there is a bit of rust that I think he needs to break off, just kind of that mentality of things being loud and playing. So I'm fine with that. But yeah, if he should not play all the games. I'm talking maybe like, as Jordan said, 4 drives and be done with it.
I just realized what y'all did in the goddamn private chat. Mike, did you eat that cookie?
Nothing's private here. There's nothing private.
Not yet.
Oh god, eat the cookie. The chat.
What the fuck do you mean Taco Bell is closed?
Wow.
What is that?
Cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Open up. Open up.
In my head, thought.
I want a Doritos Locos Tacos.
I didn't eat. Like, what do you mean they're closed? It's 10:46. Are you crazy?
Did y'all get y'all's free flaming hot Doritos Locos Tacos?
No, I didn't. I didn't get anything.
Free?
Now I have nothing.
Do y'all not watch TV?
No. I mean, I did.
I'm watching the Olympics. I don't know what the hell this country's called.
That's ridiculous.
All right, continue.
Oh yeah, I would say I would go in the opposite direction. I think they need to show off Michael Gallup a little bit more this season to kind of show teams that he's not dead weight, and then get Blake Jarwin in and get that chemistry going in a mid game too. Unless it's Dalton Schultz as a starter, I would say that's more what I would line up with, and that's really about it.
The fellas is saying Dak should get a few reps in the preseason, and I mean, I haven't dropped my take yet, but I mean, I'm aligning with that belief. Yes, get some reps, make sure that ankle is good. You got to put it to the test at some point, and you don't want to do it during full speed. So do it against a couple of fourth quarter defenses. Some third stringers, and light them up, and then get your confidence back. John.
So. I gotta jump off after this. So I'm gonna take my goodbye shot. Cheers to everybody, real quick.
Cheers to you.
Cheers. Tell Meg I love her.
I will.
I met my sister-in-law today.
She's good. She's good people. Yep. Before I get off, though, I want to say that Dak Prescott absolutely should take preseason reps. I mean, you're coming off a horrible ankle injury. You need to prove to the people, you need to prove to the fans that, like, yeah, I'm good. It doesn't have to be a whole game. It doesn't have to be a half. It doesn't have to be a quarter. Give me 2 drives. Give me something, right? Like, show me something before you get out into a full speed, full contact game. And so I think he owes it to the fans in Dallas that he deserves and he should play some level of preseason.
I don't think he owes the fans shit.
I think he does. I think he absolutely does. He absolutely does. Anyway. You play for Dallas. Playing for Dallas is different than playing for a different franchise. You're the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. It's a different level of pressure than being a starting quarterback for, Kirk Cousins, being a Minnesota Vikings starting quarterback. It's a different level of pressure.
Guys, I don't know what's been
Yeah,
happening.
because your defense blows and you're going to be
for the Packers.
Really
That's
quick.
why.
I don't know what's happening over the last 2 days, but yesterday Troy. Oh shit, Andrew just hopped off right when I was about to say this. Yesterday Troy, he was on lunch hour. He made a take and didn't piss me off for once. We didn't argue, and then today in our chat, Andrew makes a take. And I don't argue with him. Like, I have the same rankings for those three. What the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Did all my friends figure out how to just like me? Like what is? Are y'all okay? Like, do I need to check on y'all? Like, what? Like, this is crazy.
Everybody's getting ready to. Everybody's trying to ease into the crazy redraft season. So, saving the arguments for then.
I mean, I have Woods and Julio switched personally.
Hey, John, we love you. We appreciate you. Enjoy your night, brother.
See you, buddy. Salud, brother.
Him and I are about to tear Canton up. I cannot wait. That is one of the most greatest original motherfuckers in this whole industry that you're ever gonna meet. Like, aside from everyone else that's here, like if y'all have not checked him out, for the love of Sundays, y'all got to check out John FTLS. Let's go ahead and get into Toby's pick, Mike's pick, and then Herm's.
So my take is that I do think that Dak should take some preseason snaps, just get that feel for it again, but not overblow it. And I just want to shout out Mike and my friend Autumn, who thinks my cutoff looks like shit. I think it looks great. And I'm going to continue to wear it every time I'm After Dark. Yes, I appreciate you, Herms. This looks great. But now that I've gotten that out of the way, I'm sorry.
Yo, when you rock the cutoffs, you look like you're ready to go to two a days. Like I'm
in it, bro. We're gonna hit 24-hour fitness after this. We in it. No, but that he shouldn't take all the he should take it easy in preseason because that ankle injury was significant and one of the worst that you've seen from a player from on camera standpoint. Like you saw it, like that shit was broken, and so you should take it easy. But you still should get that feel for the NFL game again. And I know he's a great quarterback. He's a good quarterback, but you still need to get up to speed again and just get in the flow and be ready for the season.
It's pretty accurate, to be honest. Like,
put a cutoff on it.
Put a cutoff on it, Jordan.
What, is he Zeke? Show.
Oh my god,
that's beautiful.
I
love it.
I love Jordan.
El rey de los memes.
Jordan, I know that you gotta head out. Make sure that people know where they can find you. Jordan's coming with DFS content Saturday nights here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. We're gonna get your lineup set. Jordan, continue.
Yeah, no, you can also, for an article and stuff, I'm with 4 for 4 now. Recently just joined over there. I'm actually working on a new article you got the first overall pick in a PPR league. So we'll check that out once I get that all finished. But other than that, you guys have a great night. I appreciate you, Robbie, Herms, Mike, Pang, C2, George, Steph, and Andrew.
Jordan.
Have a good one, guys. I'll see you later.
Cheers, bro.
Yeah, cheers.
Salud.
Lit. All right, so now that I've taken my cookie, I can come up with my take.
Let's go.
One thing I think people are forgetting is that the Cowboys have one extra preseason game because they're playing in the Hall of Fame game, which happens to be exactly a week before we all show up in Canton. I have to throw that out there.
Oh, I want to be there to see my Steelers, and we fucked up the scheduling. We fucked up. God damn it. Oh.
But I hope that Mike McCarthy doesn't get this big, great idea that they should play him in another game because they actually have another game on his schedule. Mike McCarthy needs to stay away from that. Yes, they should play him, but I think they should only play him in week 3 because that's the real preseason week 3.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of like the test, the test game for people. But where most starters will play like a full quarter or a little bit longer than a quarter or a half, I think they should play him the first quarter and get him the hell out of there so he doesn't get dinged. But by far, he has to play at some point because year and a half, almost 2 years with no action. I mean, that's not something I want to see if I have him on my roster.
Herms.
That's me. Okay. So when it comes to stuff with injuries and shit, I'm gonna relate this to a sport that I know more about than football, baseball. If you have a pitcher coming off of like a major injury or something, and your choices are send them on a rehab assignment or just bring them right back into it, what are you gonna do? The thing that makes most sense is just like, yeah, send them down to like AA or something, have them do their shit. It's just like, yeah, like you need to get a feel because like, what are you going to do? Just be like, all right, week 1. I know you haven't seen the field since you completely fucked up your leg, but hey, whoa! Like, no, fuck, that's a very, very strange idea. Like, fuck no. In what world does that make sense? So, like, yeah, it's kind of important to be like, hey, so I know that you've been playing this game for your whole life, but this runs at a completely different pace. Just get in there, see how it feels. Get your mentals up there, and I don't know. I'm making a horrible point. Whatever.
No,
I don't know. Just like,
your shirt is like tripping me out right now. Like I feel like I'm
This when he came on set with that shirt, I was like
yo, yeah.
Dude,
I love that shirt.
I didn't know it was gonna be. It's a
really
cool shirt,
yeah.
Yeah, I got this like $3 at Plato's Closet. Shout out. But
Plato's. Yes.
Yeah. Woo, yeah.
Do not drop acid and then look at Herm's shirt.
That's what I want to do so bad.
That's why Bogart isn't on the show.
Yeah, coming. Yeah, the Rumboyz Fantasy Network on Wednesdays. I'm just gonna wear a bunch of. The whole show is just me in trippy shirts, just saying weird shit. Just look out.
Herm is back, baby.
But yeah, I don't know. It stands to read. Like he doesn't really gain anything by not at least getting in there for a little bit. It would just I don't know. Just throwing him in after all this time, week 1, and being like, "Here you go, buddy." Like fuck that. No, that's weird. I have no medical expertise whatsoever, but I think that it's probably good to be like, "Hey, buddy, test the waters." Just like fuck. That makes sense. I guess
we do.
So
have
there it is.
That has medical expertise and we will
Analysis.
get to her take soon. Jorge, your take.
Well, one of the things. Where is that first game? In Tampa, with all of the all of the Tampa fans keyed up. They just won the Super Bowl. You want that to be the first time he sees the field? I think you get him a series in Canton. Get him a series in Dallas where he could get the cheers, get the butterflies out, because I know he said he's over it, but he also did ask the media not to ask him about it anymore.
Yep.
He
said he's buried it. Yeah.
So he's buried it, but he said you guys need to not ask me about it. So that just tells me he wants some help burying it. So that to me, I think he needs some reps in the preseason. I love it.
Hey,
I can't compete with that.
I fight on that. I've known her since high school. I fight on that. We come on.
I don't know her, but Kobe, I think she's my best friend now.
Yeah, she is. She getting a lot of disrespect on the cutoff, but I think my shoulders look great.
Shout out them shoulders.
Autumn is now my favorite.
Has it been getting smaller since high school? Like, is like fabric been coming off? Like, how many years are we talking?
Yeah, I mean, like.
How old is that? Tell me. Let's talk.
How old is what?
That shirt.
This shirt? I've had this shirt since 9th grade.
Okay.
But
how old
no, listen to me. Okay.
How old are you, Toby? Toby, how old are you?
Let me get my point across.
Yeah, and then tell me how old.
When you cut the sleeves off a shirt, it makes it a lot bigger. Okay? Because this is cut all the way down to like where my pants waistline is. So it gets off.
It gets more comfortable for you and your big
once my shoulders get bigger, the shirt don't fit.
And how old are you?
I'm 23. I'm 23.
8 years.
Yeah, right. Because I was going to say my brother does that. He's 22. So
Jesus Christ. I should have never told her I was on this show.
Hey.
You put it on your Snapchat. What did you expect?
Don't cop out like that, Robbie. Don't say I did that.
I appreciate the marketing.
Hey, it's great to have fans. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, Z2's OnlyFans is coming soon. It's just him in cutoff shirt. Making graphic designs.
Yes. I'm gonna edit my cutoff shirt pictures of just my shoulders.
And don't forget to check out the Rumboyz as well. The
Rumboyz. Add like a couple years to how old the shirt is. Like, if my advice is like when people ask that, like maybe don't say 9th grade.
I have another one that I have that's from 8th grade. I can, yeah.
No,
I wore that like 2 weeks ago.
No, stop it.
Is that one even smaller? Is that how it works? I swear.
Yeah, it just keeps going.
I love that for
Oh
you.
God! Oh no!
I love it.
Toby going nips out here. There we go.
Yeah,
welcome to Rumboyz After Dark.
Welcome to
ladies and
Rumboyz.
gentlemen. There we go.
It's a good. This is a good segue to go to somebody else's take.
Well, we go into Steffi's take right now.
What are we talking about? Dak?
Dak.
It's okay. No one's mad at you about the shirt. It looks very nice. It's a very nice shirt. It's a little small. But Dak has already been participating like fully, I think that if you want to play him in any kind of preseason role, I don't know why they're having him practice as intensely as they are. I feel like we should be chilling out in the practice scenario and then maybe using him a little bit more in the preseason scenario. So I think that they're trying to do the opposite, and I think we end up not seeing him during those preseason games, which is a mistake, but not my problem. I low-key don't give a shit. I love Dak, but from an NFC East perspective, I don't care.
Okay. Andrew, how are you muted? How did that happen?
Oh man!
You had all this time to prepare.
Jordan, I miss you guys. He's like Jake Miller. Look at that Rumboyz camaraderie in the chat. I love my staff. You guys are so great. While Andrew figures out his audio issues, Washa got that a bit. Troy up in the chat. Let's go.
Hey!
Wait, Robbie.
Shout out that Thirsty Thursday remix.
When's the last time that a team in the NFC East ran it back for the division win? You know what year? 2004. Don't worry, I got you.
I was about to say 03.
I think it was 3 maybe. I don't know how they
Don't worry, sis. There's always the ability for lightning to strike twice. Okay, it's okay.
It's true.
It's okay.
Okay. It's not okay.
And now we got Troy, you're my hero. JK Robbie is.
True.
Don't just try and keep your job. Like the fuck. It's actually technically Rumboyz After Dark Friday, Troy. And now we have Andrew back. What's up? No, I can't hear you. You're doing hand signals. Silly goose, in the words of Steffi.
Silly goose.
We could have Herms play the Thirsty Thursday.
Wait. Why are you muted? Wait, there we go. Now we got you.
I have my kazoo just in case.
I have no idea what's going on there. My side did not show me as muted. Hey, as far as the Dak thing goes, I'm going to echo a lot of what Herms said. Wait. What?
Yes.
The kazoo is back.
I need one of those. Please bring that to the expo.
I think Andrew.
Oh my goodness!
I would like everyone to sing "Happy Birthday" to me while you play that. That would be fun.
Is your birthday Saturday or Sunday?
It's on Sunday. It's the day of the expo.
It's the day.
Imagine doing that, thinking I'm not gonna.
So Steffi's, but the party is gonna be pretty much draft night outish. So that shit's about to be crazy. I'm excited. I get to host the biggest live draft party in the history of all of fantasy football, and it's my sister's birthday.
Yeah, we're not.
And I'll have a kazoo.
21. If anyone asks you.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. Just so everyone knows, she is my little sister. That is little sis. So she's not wrong. She's not wrong in that statement.
21. She's turning 21.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't ask for my ID. It's not your business.
So I don't think Andrew is still.
Can you guys hear me now?
Now we can hear you.
Hey, I blame the dog. He's very cute, but he is an absolute menace. But yes, yeah, he was dancing earlier. In case anyone wants to rewind and see that, it was pretty fun.
Love that.
It was dope.
Yeah. Anyway, Dak Prescott. Yes, we're going to talk about that now. I'm actually going to echo a lot of what Herm said because I think he hit the nail on the head. It doesn't really make a whole lot of difference in either direction, but I think ultimately, he's practicing at full speed and that does mean something, but ultimately, you're putting him on a path to get back to game action, to live snaps, And I think that 1 or 2 series in the preseason is going to help in kind of that normal progression. I don't think it ultimately makes a huge difference, but I mean, it's just kind of an intermediary step that I think it would be nice to have. Whether or not it happens is a different conversation, and I kind of have my doubts in that regard. But do I think it should happen in my very non-medical opinion? Yes, I do.
I have so many comments. I just don't know where I want to start.
Hell yeah.
Uh-oh.
What country are we at now? Who's watching the Olympics? Do you know what country we're in now? Yes, that thing's sick.
Oh my god.
That rocks. Yeah, that's good.
I don't know why I decided to do that. I don't know. Robbie was gone, and I was like, you know what?
We're looking to kill some time, you know.
Song, the
Yeah,
Thursday song, that's a bop. I will admit, it's a bop.
Yeah.
That's
It's a bop.
muy bien.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. You know,
En
'cause
fuego.
I just, you know, because like the first half of it just sounds exactly like the.
Anyways,
Bears
Robbie's a
Super Bowl
fucking
shuffle,
asshole.
but
Oh,
then
hey,
when
what's up,
that
man?
shit
Welcome
hit-
back.
Hey, no, please, hey, right here. Robbie's a fucking asshole. The
Good
fucking
time.
king.
Hey, there he is.
There's the pup.
Anytime,
Say hi,
any place,
Max.
buddy.
Hey,
Don't mind.
Max, cutie pie.
Hot doggy.
Max.
Play the
Oh,
song.
you're in my headphones. He can't hear you. Oh, well, hey. Oh, he's going to come up and say hi anyway.
I started
Who
yelling.
said play the
no.
Thursday Thursday? What the fuck?
That's my dinner.
Let's go ahead and get into oh shit, he took your food.
He did.
Your dog's a dick.
Right?
That was a cat move. The Bucks received their Super Bowl rings this week. And we've seen Tom Brady today. He posted, you know, all of his rings on his 7 of his rings on his fucking 10 digits. Today on Instagram, what are the odds that this team repeats? And we start with Andrew while he fucking wrestles for his food back.
Yeah, no. So I think the Bucks. Sorry, wow. I now have food all over my hands because I just pulled it literally out of his throat. I think they have as good a chance as anyone. Like, I'm not going to bet against them. They're bringing back their entire coaching staff, their entire roster. I mean, like, yeah, this team only improved. And not only that, but like this is year 2 for Tom Brady in the Bruce Arians offense, where historically quarterbacks have exceeded expectations. Like, they've really kind of thrived in year 2. Now, we kind of saw it. Brady was ahead of that standard curve in doing it in the second half of his first season rather than taking the full season to acclimate. But, like, you know, there's a possibility that even though he's 112 years old, he actually takes the next step in this amalgamation of Tom Brady, Bruce Arians' offensive philosophies and is incredible once again.
Okay. Tampa equals the city of champions, says Triet. They did. The Rays are doing pretty well. The Lightning did just get a Stanley Cup. Okay. Steffi, what are the odds on some Han Solo shit? Like, I know that everyone says don't tell me the odds, but what are the odds that Tom Brady can repeat again?
I don't know why he can't is the thing. I think it's less likely that the Chiefs go back than Tampa goes back, to be completely honest. Like, I think Tampa has a better chance of going back there. But I don't even know what Vegas has them at. But I also know that they still, for some reason, no one throws respect on Tampa. But the thing is with Brady, the reason why he's still in the league is because he's chasing perfection. Like, had he not been beaten with that perfect record, I promise you he would not be in the league right now. Like, he does not need to be here. It's not like he has every accomplishment that you could possibly need. So I think he's just going to keep going for the kill. But I don't know that we see him in the league like that much longer. Everyone thinks he's going to play for a bunch of more years, and I don't know that that's the thing.
Okay. See, I'm like super on the other side. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, we'll see.
I can't say that. I feel like they had a really good draft too. Like, and I think that even Brady, I feel like he was setting them up to have success in the future too, is what that draft showed me.
Okay. Jorge, how you feeling about Brady's? Like, I feel like he's being really fucking cocky and arrogant right now. I mean, he has every right and every reason to be, but like, when I saw the picture and I saw him, I'm like, we've all seen the picture of Jordan where he has a 6. Like, I don't know. I'm impartial with it. I don't think he goes for 8. I don't think he gets 8. Like, if he gets 8, we're now talking like Bill Russell of like football, you know, like, and that's just an anomaly to me. Jorge.
I think they got a great shot. I mean, gosh, I mean, it's local. I mean, to think that, yeah, you know, I grew up when the Steelers in the Steel Curtain era, where they brought back the same team all these times, and they kept running it up again, and then the 49ers would do it. These guys have everything in there. They got a young defense. And here's the crazy thing: the receivers might actually be better just because they're healthy now. Chris Godwin battled injuries last year, and he was one of the best receivers in the league in 2019. And then Mike Evans battled injuries last year, and Antonio Brown got better. That to me is kind of like the scary thing. I still think the co-favorite has to be who they beat in the Super Bowl, and they're not going to make Patrick Mahomes run all over the field this time. I mean, Patrick Mahomes has got himself a line this time. And I'd like to think that it could be a shootout, but again, I don't crown anybody. I want to enjoy the season. I think they got a great shot, but I want to enjoy the season because it is hard to repeat because everyone's coming for you.
And there's a lot of teams that got very good this offseason. I think people are forgetting about that. Like, there's teams, like, we're going to be shocked next year by some of the teams like that we maybe have not seen be good because there's been some serious improvements. Like, I think we're going to see some very great football out of some teams that we haven't in the past.
Very true. Very true. Herms.
Oh, okay. So
I'm like studying everyone's take right now because I'm like, we're saving this shit.
Hell yeah. No, so here's the thing that Tampa really has going for them is that, so I saw Leonard Fournette tweeted something about like, oh, the vaccine, I can't do it. You know what that means? It paves the way for Ronald Jones.
Don't do it. God.
I found a way to make this entire thing about how good Ronald Jones is. There it is. Boom. That's the tick. No, but seriously, I mean,
E.J. Howard next. That's fun.
But anyway, so I mean, like, as far their odds to repeat, okay, literally 1 in 32 chance. Practically, I mean, I don't know. Repeating is incredibly hard to do, but they returned like everybody from last year, so it's like that helps. And then the fact that everybody that came back is also incredibly fucking good, that helps. And then as far as like, okay, so in order to win the Super Bowl, you have to make the playoffs, and the best way to do that is start with like looking at the division. The division's only gotten easier because we I wasn't on earlier when we were talking about it, but look at what's been happening with the Saints. I mean, fuck, who knows? That's weird. I mean, like the Falcons sans Julio. I mean, like I'm sure it'll be fine somewhat, but like the defense is still sus as fuck. And then, like, I mean, I don't know, the Carolina Panthers with Sam Darnold, like, it should theoretically be slightly better, but who the fuck knows? I don't know. Their path to the playoffs has only gotten easier, so, I mean, like, that helps, but, like, I don't fucking know. Like, they just did it. I mean, I don't know. I'll never be the one to, like, bet on there being a back-to-back champion in the NFL, because, like I said, like, hard as fuck to do, but I feel they have it's within the realm of possibility. I don't see why not. I mean... Sure, fuck it. Why not? Go for it.
Mike.
By the way, who was the last quarterback to repeat as Super Bowl champ?
I believe it was Tom Brady.
Yes, it was.
So I mean, there it is, folks. There it is.
LeGarrette Blunt.
Yeah.
Out.
Mike.
That was LaShawn McCoy, right?
Oh God, you got jokes. Drop the mic, FF, and then Toby.
All right, so I don't think that they're going to repeat. I think they are going to get far. I agree with Steph that a lot of teams got better.
Like the Packers?
I think more teams got better. I think more teams got better in the AFC than the NFC. I mean, the Chiefs' path got really hard with certain teams getting better. You still can't rule out the Bills. You still can't rule out teams like Baltimore, but I know Robbie's going to love me saying this. I think the biggest competition for the Chiefs this year is Tennessee.
Yeah.
But either way.
Yahoo for stealing my fucking article or shit.
The any other way. I mean, Taco's comment that was on the screen a couple seconds ago, injuries are going to play a big role this year, just like they did last year. And I think that is going to be a key thing because 1 or 2 big injuries and a team's going down the hill.
Hell yeah. Toby.
I mean, I agree with what everybody said, like that he's returning his whole team. But when you win that Super Bowl, every team's gunning for you. You're gonna get every team's best game, kind of like the Chiefs did after they won. They got every team's best game. You saw it. And injuries are going to play a pivotal part. Like, he did win a lot without Godwin last year, and he was unhealthy. Evans had a couple games where he shouldn't have played that he played. But you're going to see every team's best game, and that defense has to step up and prove it. And I think they will. Do I think the NFC as a whole has gotten worse, especially with all this Packers news coming out, Saints news, everything? But their real competitor is the AFC, and the AFC's done nothing but get better. And if they can get to the land again, it's still going to be hard to beat an AFC team, I think.
Shout out Cleveland. Woo.
Go Browns.
Yes.
Shout out fucking Cleveland,
Browns.
dude. Holy shit, that team is good.
We're winning that division.
Before I even got on air.
No doubt, 100%. I mean, if I'm putting money down, I'm putting it down on the Browns.
It's a solid team, that's for sure.
Segue to you, Davis. Go.
What you
All
got,
right,
Pang?
So, as a Dolphins fan, I've had to witness sodomy 2 times a year on public TV, more often than I would like. Way more often than I would like. I crap on Brady because of his age, and guess what? There's a good chance that he does fall off. We always say this every year. He could, and we've seen it. Like, his deep ball isn't as strong as it used to be. Brandon Cooks got a concussion because of it. It's true. If you watch that play, that's because of it's a bad throw.
Bad throw, yeah.
Yeah, and so on and so forth. So, but Tom Brady does something that not all quarterbacks do, and that's like make the
He
team
doesn't
play.
eat strawberries. Is that
He makes the team play at some elevated level that just doesn't make sense sometimes. He just does. He just gets that team onto the field, and they put up for him, right? So people play hard against them, but the team plays hard for him. And will they repeat? I don't think so. There's a lot of strong teams. And I actually think they might be upsetted somewhere in the playoffs. And my guess, and jokes aside, other people are going to make fun of it. I actually think the Washington football team is going to be funny because they actually almost beat them with Taylor Heineke. Like, people forget how weird that was.
Some stuff.
Yeah, but he wasn't good.
It wasn't that big of a deal.
It wasn't bad, though, but it wasn't like a good play, right? And he almost
It wasn't
won.
good quarterbacking, but it was.
Yeah.
He never does that though. It's always later, and then he starts picking up pace. Like, it's never. That's very on brand for him towards the end of his career there.
Yeah, and that's one of those things that, like, I think that we might see an upset from a team that just out of the blue, quote unquote, out of the blue, does it. But a lot of these teams that lost to them barely lost to them in a way. When you think about it, it wasn't like a beat down. It wasn't anything crazy.
No.
Short of the actual Super Bowl, but given the situation that Andy Reid and that coaching staff was probably facing with the whole car accident stuff, who knows if they played a second game if that would have changed, right? Or played a week later if that would have changed.
Yeah.
So yeah, could they repeat? Sure, anyone can technically win the Super Bowl, and I would give them better odds than I would give many teams like the Jets or something. But I think we're discounting that the team was young and they didn't get much older, right? We're discounting that their receiving core didn't even play a factor in the Super Bowl. Besides Antonio Brown, I think that entire receiving core caught less than like 50 yards.
Look at this shit. Why the fuck? Like Steffi, you're gonna appreciate it. So
Jerry lost with the Bucks. So we're discounting a lot of things for them. So yeah, they could
a
repeat.
2-point conversion they lost on that game or something. Like,
I think so.
It'd be rude. They definitely.
I don't think they win because of Brady, though. I think they just win because of good scheming.
Well, they never win because of Brady. That's Brady's whole career. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's why he can take a pay cut because his wife is a supermodel, and then he just surrounds himself with.
And that's my point, though. It's like that's just kind of how he'll win. It's because it's not relying on him. They might win because that roster is just sturdy.
Freaking Deion Branch, bro. Oh.
that roster is still sturdy. They know how to play smart football. They have a good coaching staff. Todd Bowles really showed out that he's not a shitty coach by out scheming Andy Reid and the rest of that offense. So yeah, props to them. Could they do it?
Was fucked up. Brady had Randy Moss and still didn't win a ring.
Yeah, it happens.
Like Randy Moss still does not have a ring, and he
I
played.
mean,
with
the Raiders had Randy
Moss
Moss who could have win games, so that's fine.
Man, fuck the Raiders.
That's because they're the frickin' Raiders.
But yeah, you know, yeah, he can do it. Will they do it? Probably not.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been
I love Rojo.
Rumboyz After Dark. I love it. Yo, I think a lot of us all really are on the Rojo train. Like Herms has just made it even that much better. This has been Rumboyz After Dark, your Friday night. Just, I don't know what this is. Like, I know what this is, but I don't know what the fuck this really is. Like, your Friday night debauchery, analytical,
Shenanigans.
Friday
night shenanigans.
Just straight up shenanigans. Like,
cutoffs everywhere, everything.
Yeah, you know, Toby and Hadley.
No, dress shirts, man. Come on.
Not 8th grade. That's Saturdays. We do 9th grade on Fridays.
We have a lot of really big shout outs that are about to happen here. I want everyone to take some time, like, because honestly, and everyone in the chat, I know that y'all like to try and sign off around now. I need y'all to tune in and check out what everyone's about to be dropping here. You know, everyone's projects, because this shit's about to be real. We'll start with Andrew and then work our way back up to the top. Andrew, what's next? What's dropping? You know, I know that you've been freelancing for Rumboyz.com. You know, let's talk it up.
Yeah, no. So doing a little work with Rumboyz, primarily working with not analytics, and which is kind of ironic. It's a little tongue in cheek because a lot of what I do is big data analysis. Yeah, it's analytics, and it's Power BI dashboards, and it's putting out content and stuff wherever possible. I'd love if anyone gave me a follow on Twitter, or at least checked out kind of, whoa, hey, we got money. I'm going to pause what I'm doing. We got money.
That means you have to be on another hour, right?
Yeah, I think that's right.
No, that's not how any of this works.
Right after I just took a drink down the wrong tube.
We don't get paid enough for that.
No, here's
$2 an hour.
Thank you, Jake. That's awesome. Appreciate it. But no, so FF_A Hayslip. I'm putting out a lot of Power BI dashboards for directional analysis, for score differential analysis, single player team analysis. It's a lot of fun. It's really, really, really nerdy. But you know, that's who I am. So that's me. Done. Moving on.
And I love that about you, by the way. And
I appreciate it.
We always preach, you know, be yourself and do your thing. And yes, fuck yes.
I appreciate you. Thanks for having me on, as always.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Steph, sis, I know Sundays are for the girls are coming.
Mm-hmm. When I talk about like someone that's also really nerdy and like loves numbers is also me. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I don't do that. But I don't know what I'm doing. My new podcast just came out. Too long. It was with Adam Rank, having like a bunch of people on. Probably have Robbie on in the near future. Small talk,
I just found out about that.
I don't know, off topic and small talk, and everything that I do is on Twitter, and I'm already on your timeline. But you can follow me if you want to at Steffi Smells with 3 L's, which are Brady's 3 L's. Shout out Brady.
That was so savage.
You wait till you go on Twitter. You haven't seen what I posted yet.
No, I've been running the script, so yeah, I'm about to actually log into Twitter and interact with some fans. Jorge.
Hey, you can find me on Twitter at Jorge Martin 17. Again, we've got the Familia FFB podcast, where you can find us wherever you get your podcast. We're also on YouTube. Been doing a beat writer series, so we just dropped the Jets and got the Ravens on deck coming up, and a couple others that I'm waiting to hear back from. One thing that I posted just yesterday, something really proud of. My compadre Edwin Porras and I had a sit down talking injuries, kind of injury recovery for some of the high profile guys. He dropped some major knowledge in there, and very proud of the article. I mean, I very proud of him. His rise has just been awesome in the fantasy industry. But yeah, just find it at familiaffb.com, as well as other articles that are going to be coming up. We're going to get a lot of redraft and DFS stuff that hopefully we might get as good as Jordan.
Oh, I like that. I like a little shout.
Get close.
Hey, bro, and I love the way you plug yourself with authority. You were like, no, familia FFB, like, fuck over there, like you know.
When you're done,
papi, you know, we gotta make it happen right now.
Siempre, papi, and whenever you, especially after you've had some a few shots with the Rumboyz, come over to get some tequila with the familia FFB.
Yes,
Dilly, Herms, talk that shit, pimpin'.
Yeah, so I do stuff. You can find it here sometimes, and then also, check the lateral. See, I decided to do the thing where it's like when I turn off my camera, it shows the logo for the other stuff that I do. So yeah, there it is, the lateral. Okay, I don't know if you crave profane mediocrity, follow me on Twitter at HermsNFL.
Bang.
Hey, and follow Herms' writing, man. He dude's
articles are
awesome.
Yes.
Hey, drop the mic. Go ahead and drop the mic.
All right, you can find my stuff over at goingfor2.com, where I'm the Dynasty lead writer. I just started doing Dynasty and redraft rankings this summer, so check that out. And you can also find me at SportsMe, where you can battle with me and Robbie and Pang, and we need to get Steffi in there.
Yes, we do. I have to have a conversation with Steffi.
You can find me over there.
Toxic, if I was on
and you can also.
She just call people twat muffins every 2 minutes.
You can follow me on Twitter at DropTheMicFF, and I'm out.
Toby.
You can find my work on Twitter. Graphics for a Real Deal and Triple Play. If you enjoy my graphics, I don't know why, but props to you.
From 9th grade, I guess.
Yeah, I'll be on After Dark with my cutoffs all the time.
I'm so happy.
Robbie approved it.
Come on, this is the brand. I'm all about brand awareness. That's your brand. You need to make it a thing.
It is his brand, yeah.
Your brand. Stay with
I told him before the show, I was like, this is now your thing. Like
that means you can't wear anything else. You have to be in a cutoff all the time. Commit to the cause.
I got them on deck. I got a lot of cutoffs. Don't worry.
Okay, good. 8th grade, 7th grade, 6th grade.
Yes. I got the memorabilia. Don't worry. Z2 cutoffs coming soon. Don't worry, you can get yours.
Oh no! Sun's out, guns out.
Hey, you're
How am I supposed to follow that up, man? What the fuck? I'm supposed to follow up this buff dude with his cutoffs? That's
you
not
can do
fair.
it.
Oh, fine. You'll find me on Fantasy Six Pack. I write best ball content and best ball only. No, I'm just joking. I write other trash too, but it's pretty bad in comparison to my best ball content. You also find me on Pang's Picks FF on either SportsMe or Twitter. You can also find me on Underdog. Now, I don't work for them, but I do play there a lot, and you can whip my ass there too. All right, you can take it to the bank if you do. Just take my money. I'm okay with it. I'm. Other than that, I am working on an article. I'm trying to tackle roster construction in a different way. I know we always talk about 3-5-7-3s and 2-4-9-2s and all this other crap for fucking best ball. I want to tackle it in a gaming perspective and the way you would tackle deck construction for card games. There's a way to do it properly.
Yeah.
I want to introduce it into best ball and other ways of drafting. I've done a portion of it last season, and that's actually how I calculated the actual score you needed to advance an underdog. I actually calculated within 10 points last season. I went by this method. I'm going to try to finish the article again this season with point calculation, so look out for that.
Hell yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, excuse me, pardon me. This has been Rumboyz After Dark. I'm your host, founder of the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, Rumboyz Robbie. We appreciate you all for tuning in. Remember, giveaways. We still got the giveaways coming. You know, Steph and I, we're going to be filling you guys with a couple of extra raffle tickets for draft night out. Be on the lookout for both of our accounts for marketing materials and, you know, everything we got going on. Rumboyz.com for all of your analysis. In-season articles are starting up. Look for our writing staff to be hitting you guys, punch you guys in the mouth. Steffi, I know that you're going to be dropping some injury articles, so, you know, that's going to be dope.
It was painful to update the injury report, so I low-key just couldn't hit save. I have to do that when we get off. Because it started hurting my heart a little bit. You know?
No, all good. I understand. But no, make sure you guys check out every single one here. You guys already follow me. You know who the fuck I am. Check out my homies, because guess what? My homies are supporting me, and it's a giant family. It takes a village to raise a child. So I appreciate all of them. And then without them, I wouldn't be here. So cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls, what it do. Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
We out of here, baby. Let's go.
Salud.
Bring your heat.